Howdy, 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 howdy.
Hey, y'all.
Come sit down behind me. Or
Behind you?
Beside me. I don't know what I'm saying.
Evidently, behind. Do you mind getting my chair?
Yeah. We need to get you one with wheels. For both of us.
Right?
These chairs are well used.
Right?
Who all we got here?
We got a lot of people here.
Awesome.
Here. I'm just get me some more room. Okay. Ah, it tastes good. I see Jason's here. Hey, Jason. I feel like this chair might. You know what? I didn't turn the light on.
Huh?
I mean, we see pretty bright.
Yeah, I see bright, but a light does help.
Jason's here. He's like getting pretty close to 1,000.
Did we go?
No, 2 more over. Yeah, that one.
Minus?
No, the other one. No, the one in the middle. No, that one. There you go. Perfect.
Alrighty. Got it where Mama wants it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jason, and thanks for stopping by. We are getting close, like 25 away. I think before this, I looked and we're at 975.
Yeah.
We got 25 more. Surely y'all got 25 friends and family. Join the Friends and Family Hungry Horde promotion.
Yeah, right?
Are you yawning already?
No, not me. I would never.
This is what happens when you get up at 4 in the morning on your day off.
I know. What's that about?
I know. I woke up at 6:45 when my first alarm goes off. And I was like, you're not even
I think she actually rolled over and flipped it off. Said, not today, Satan.
Not quite that bad with it.
No, yesterday you picked it up and threw it on the floor. That's how much it made you mad.
I did not throw it.
Oh, I need to get one of those alarm clocks that actually make it to where when it goes off, you pick it up and throw it across the room, and that turns it off. But then a little bit later, the timer gets on it, and it goes again, and then you have to get up to go turn it off.
Yeah, so no, I would just put it under my pillow.
That's cheating.
I know how this game works. But no, so, yeah, he was just not even, I was like, it's only 6:45, where are you at?
I laid back down, well, I woke up, I had to use the bathroom, and then I got to playing on Facebook, and my words with friends. I went and laid back down with her, and then tossing and turning, I just could not go back to sleep. I was like, alright, I gotta get up and watch TV then.
I was like, it's so cold in here. I mean, he's like my heater.
That's the other thing I did when I did get up. I turned off, because we have a ceiling fan going, and I have a little fan on my nightstand pointed at me. I turned both of them off, too. Even before I decided to get them.
And it's so chilly in the house, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But he has to have both fans, no matter what. Even if it's 10 degrees inside the house.
Yep. It's got to be comfortable.
Oh, look, Jen Delaney's here.
Hey.
Hey, Jen. She goes, howdy, howdy. We missed you. Cool Kid Keto. She goes, hey, cool kids, and hello to the Horde. Hans and Nick here.
Hey.
We're early, but checking in. We'll be back in a few. Awesome. They got a new little puppy.
I saw earlier. She posted, I think,
Moxie.
I
love
think
the name.
you posted on Facebook, I think, right?
Yeah. Little Moxie. How cute. I can't wait to see her as she gets bigger. She's only 9 weeks old, y'all.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I guess we need to start talking about crew stuff. Then you can really start yelling.
I'm super hyped about that.
Jerry and Patty are here.
Hey, brother.
Jerry.
What's going on,
He said
y'all?
was going to make sensational Shelly's green chili pork for dinner, but time got away from me today.
That's
I'll be
fine.
making it tomorrow. Meat cookies for dinner tonight.
Nice.
Yum. That does sound good. Hey, that's cool. Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to see how yours turns out, Jerry.
Several people told me that recipe sounds good, and they're going to try it. That makes it feel good, too.
I love green chili.
Yeah. And somebody, the only comment was salsa verde.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's one of the things, like, of course, we grew up with Tex-Mex, right? And everybody goes on, oh, Tex-Mex is the best. I mean, Tex-Mex is good. Don't get me wrong. I do love my Tex-Mex, but when we went to New Mexico and Arizona, and even up to Salt Lake City, there was a lot of New Mex restaurants, and I actually feel like I prefer New Mex over
Shut your mouth.
Tex-Mex.
Blasphemer.
Because I love the green chili.
And the hatch too.
Right. They use more smoky flavors.
But in traditional also calls for potatoes in it.
Yeah, when we've gotten
it.
Yeah, because we went to a really good restaurant in Salt Lake City. So y'all that are going to the Keto Salt Lake, the restaurant is called Red Iguana.
Oh, yes.
They have 2 locations in Salt Lake. One of them I think is a little bit better. Be prepared to wait. But they do, how we found out about them is they do this complete mole sampler. And they have 9 different moles. And you get to sample all of them. And they also serve a green chili stew on you could get it as an appetizer or a side. And now don't quote me on what all, we weren't keto back then, I promise you. But that green chili stew was probably the best I've ever had anywhere.
Except
and I've always loved it. Right. That's why I wanted to make ours, because I love that. There's so much. And then their moles, y'all. I never knew there were so many different types of moles.
Right.
Just the restaurant itself, everything they made was phenomenal. It was a great place. Now, as far as how keto they are, look that up ahead of time.
That was over 3 years ago when we went there.
Yeah.
But we still made an impression on us.
I mean, that's how much of an impression it made. It's been at least 3 years, I think close to 5. And I still remember that restaurant and how amazing they are. But definitely, if you're going to Keto Salt Lake, look them up. I'm sure they're online. Red Iguana, and see what all kinds of foods you can find and what would be keto. And, maybe that would be your planned deviation. I don't know. Sometimes I think it might be worth it for me if I made it back to Salt Lake just to go there for a night. Now, I wouldn't go crazy on, enchiladas and all that, because I could get that here. But the green chili stew, I probably still do. And I would probably still do the mole just because I'm not going to get that here.
And then I think it was just, I don't know that they had chicharrones.
No, I don't remember.
No, they just had regular tortilla chips.
Yeah.
But we've been known to bring our own with us.
Yeah, we would definitely bring our own porky good. Yeah. But anyhow, I digress. So that's why I love to make green chili stew, is because theirs was so good. And I remember it just had that smoky flavor, the roasted green chilies all throughout it, and the pork. And the way we did ours is I don't like to shred the pork. I like to have chunks of pork. And that's just what made it so good, was having those just chunky, fatty pieces of pork and then the broth. And y'all, for me, I felt like there was a lot of broth in what we made. Even though I only added a half a cup of the bone broth, there was so much fat and juices in that pork that there was plenty of broth for me. And we ate on it all week long for our lunches.
At least 4 of the days, yeah.
Well, yeah, except for
today.
Yeah. But we did have it Sunday night.
Yeah, so it would make
it would have.
And didn't we get those pork butts for 99 cents a pound?
97.
That's even better, because we ended up with 4 of them.
I know.
There was a limit, too. We ended up dropping 2 of them off at the house, and went back and got 2 more.
Yeah, because I was like, no, we're stocking up, because pork butts is so versatile.
And we have another one still in the freezer. I don't know what happened. It was a couple months ago. I didn't get it closed all the way, and it started defrosting. So I had to clear it out and move some stuff around and reorganize it so it could close correctly. Yeah. And I got one that's in the very bottom of the deep freeze. It's kind of stuck. I can't dig it out. So our plan is to eat down to it and then let the freezer sit out and thaw. And that'll come out. I can pull that out, and then we'll cook that one.
Yes.
Right, we're shopping from our freezer instead of going to the store.
Let's try to get caught up. Okay, Jerry said, HungryHeath, you got your ears lowered.
Yeah, she cut a hair for me.
Uh-huh. And thank you, Jerry did say, give thumbs up.
Thank you.
Yes, Maitreya, we're early. We did. We made it early, y'all. He gets antsy. He's like,
I just miss y'all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Teresa's here. Hey, Teresa. She goes, congratulations on Redmond's. Thank you. Yes. So.
Yes, speaking of which, if you saw in the little promo clips I posted, the pictures that we were going to use my Pork N Poultry rub, Well, I went out to the pantry, or my spice cabinet, to pull it down. I noticed it was empty, and I was like, oh, crap, now what? And then she's like, wait a minute, we're affiliates now. Why don't we just use Redmond? So that's for me and you. I got the Redmond, the seasoned salt. We're just going to use that tonight instead.
Yes, and I'm also avoiding any type of sweeteners for the rest of January. So that's even better, because the Pork and Poultry does have a little bit of swerve brown sugar.
That's the number one ingredient, actually.
So this is better to have just the Redmond seasons up. So we did get affiliates, y'all. Oh my gosh. I was like so shocked. So we posted links. It's in our description of our videos. You get 15% off.
Yes.
Use the code HungryHeath. And then it just helps the channel. Basically, we did the option that any percentage we get from whatever you buy using the HungryHeath link, that we just use it to buy more Redmonds.
Yes.
Because I was like, I don't need a check from Redmonds. I just need Redmonds.
Send me the bucket. Pull that bucket out and show them.
Well, you pull it. You got the strength
here.
I
thought it was over here closer to you. My bad. I didn't know it was right back over here.
Yeah.
We always order the regular salt in this size. We go through it that quick.
Yes.
In fact, when it's empty, we save this to put bottle caps and whatnot in for storage, too, because they're good plastic buckets.
Well, and he has a problem throwing anything away.
Especially when it's useful. I never throw away anything that's just useful. I've come from a long line of hoarders.
So thank y'all. If you ever feel inclined and you need Redmonds, I mean, they're not just salt. They also sell Relight, which is their electrolyte drinks with a cruise coming up. I highly suggest bringing electrolytes if you saw that video. And then also, I've been loving their face products. I got it when I went to Keto Omaha, and I've been using it like almost every night. It just feels so good. It's so clean. Like a lot of times I don't wear a lot of makeup, hardly ever. And so I don't like to put a lot of products all over my face, and sometimes when you buy stuff like at the grocery store, you don't know what all's in there or what those are. And I feel like with Redmonds, it's more of a natural cleaning product, and so it's just the clay mask. And I got the charcoal one with one of them was cucumber and the other was mint. I'm loving both of them, y'all. I'm gonna do a little TikTok over it, but I really enjoyed, or I have been enjoying using them. I've already used one whole bottle of it, and I'm almost done with this one, so I'm going to have to buy some more. And then
use our own code.
I know. And then the other thing is Redmond's toothpaste. That was probably, really good. Besides, the first thing I bought was the salt, and then I immediately bought the toothpaste because, again, trying to avoid sweet-tasting things as much as possible. They have an unsweetened toothpaste, and that's what we use. It
took a second for me to get used to the non-flavor of it, but now it's no big deal.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to have like a mint flavor, but it's not sweetened, which I find is really good because when I go to bed, I don't want to have that sweet lingering flavor in my mouth. So just having that toothpaste, and it makes my mouth feel cleaner without feeling like, mouthwash or something. It's just a nice, clean. That's my go-to toothpaste now. Like, I don't want to use anything else than Redmond's toothpaste.
Right.
So, yeah, definitely, if you're interested, follow our link. We would appreciate it. Let's see. We got Mary T. Hey! She goes, whoop, whoop. Happy Friday. Oh, happy Friday. That's right. Stacy's here. Hey, Stacy. Howdy. Rhonda's here. Good evening, Rhonda. Maitreya said, thanks for the reminder, Jerry. Thank you. Shauna said, hiya. Someone got a new do.
Or lack of.
Shanta's here. Hey, Shanta.
I'm aerodynamic now.
I know, right? Like, woo.
I ain't a hippie no more.
Lori's here. Hey, Lori. She goes, hey, girls and boys.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Maitreya said, you've been shorn.
Right?
Purple Lady, Texas is here. Hey, Debbie. Howdy. Hello, all.
What's up, neighbor?
Oh, awesome. Jerry said all 3 of his accounts are subscribed. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Jason. Jason said gave you a shout out on IG.
Yes, sir. I replied to that one. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Mary said, you look like a new man.
I feel like it too.
What do y'all think of this? So well, not so much that. I trimmed this up and just try to leave like that. And did I do a good job? I've never done this. I'm not a trained hairstylist. So I have no idea what I'm doing.
I told her it's real easy. If it looks silly, just take it off.
I know, but I don't know. Do y'all think it looks silly?
Good thing I don't have to see customers.
I've never seen him like with the mustache and the goatee or beard thing this long before.
I want to get where it's hanging down to my knees.
No, you are not doing ZZ Top. But yeah, I noticed today when I was cutting his hair, because I use like a shaver, razor, whatever it is. See, I don't know. But I was like, man, when I first started cutting his hair, his head just seemed so bulbous, and now it does seem aerodynamic. I was like used to, I could run the razor and it would just like the whole thing, and now it's like there's a point, and I have to like move the razor different ways because it won't. I'm like, geez, your head's getting narrow. Hey, TC's wife is here. Hey, TC. Hoofinit's here. Hey,
howdy,
Karen.
howdy.
She goes, hello, Horde. Hope y'all are doing great. Hey, yo, Heath.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
You clean up good. I'm totally digging the goatee.
Yeah?
She goes, lucky lady Shelly.
Oh.
Are you a goatee girl, too? I know Brian has one.
Howdy. How you doing?
Oh, yeah. So, and then she mentioned that Matreya's Cheese Friday came out. We didn't get to watch that today.
Yeah. I'm trying to catch up on my Mayans MC show.
Well, then we were watching some other things on my lunch today.
Yeah.
We were watching,
I think she put that one out after lunch, though.
Oh, was it? My lunch is brunch.
Yeah, she goes to lunch at 11 a.m., and it's kind of messed up because they've been moving my, like almost every day, they move my break and my lunch around. And every day it shows up first that I have a long break at 11 a.m. It's like, that's awesome. I can have at least 15 minutes with her while she has lunch. And then they bump it to 11:30.
Yeah.
Or 11:45.
Of course.
And then they move my lunch usually every day to like 1:30.
Oh, wow. Mary said, love is a new puppy. Mary also got a new puppy. Oh, it's so cute. Looks like a little Jack Russell Terrier.
Oh, those are good looking dogs.
So cute. I just
Isn't
love
that
puppies.
what Frasier's dad had?
Yes, that's right. He did. Oh, that was such a good show.
Right?
But yes, I saw your little puppy and I was like, oh, I love seeing everybody's new little puppies.
No, that's the same character. He's reprising that role from Cheers, right?
Yeah, it was like a spin-off.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just making sure it's the same character.
Oh, look, Rachel's here. Two crazy ketos. Hey.
Is it both of them or just her?
I don't know. Is it Rachel and Joe?
Are you feeling any better, Rachel?
Yeah. How are you doing? Are you getting enough rest? Oh my goodness. We did get to watch those this week. We're so behind on so much. But yeah, we started watching some more of those.
And thank you for the call-outs a couple of weeks ago. You called us both out. And I closed my cabinet doors, by the way.
But she said, hey, what's up, family? Nice haircut, Heath.
Thank you.
She said it is both of them. Hey, Joe.
Hey.
Great.
We have both of the two crazies.
Yeah, double crazy tonight.
And I told her, I said, hey, I need a haircut because I'm looking like a hippie. And I said, I'm just going to go with you next time you go get your hair done. We'll just go together and knock out one trip. She goes, but I'm not getting mine done until we go on the cruise. I was like, all right, yeah, we got to fix this.
Because, like, I just...
She wants the Crystal Gale look.
No, it's because it's expensive. Y'all know when you get your hair done, us ladies...
Get your hair done.
I think they especially just tack on an extra $100 because we're female.
Don't they do that? They call it the pink tax or something like that?
That's what I feel like. Yeah, because it's like every time I go, it seems like it costs me like $150.
Ooh, we can go to Fogo for that.
I get my hair colored and my hair cut and styled. Which, I mean, I love my colorist and my...
they do a pretty good job.
Yeah, they do a great job. They're wonderful ladies and everything. I enjoy being with them and all. It's a lot of fun. But it's just like, oh, it's so expensive.
And then...
So I like to put it off.
like she said,
as much as possible.
She gets her hair colored. Well, we've been married going almost 9 years now. I've never seen her original hair color ever.
What are you saying? The color just highlights it. But so because it's so expensive, I try to push it as far as possible.
And then plus it looks newer when you go on the cruise now too.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing. Is it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna
a fresh.
So I got it done right before KPL because it's KPL, and then I'm like, okay, then the next time will be right before the cruise, so I look good on the cruise, and then in between then, y'all are just gonna have to deal with whatever it looks like.
Right. It's a good thing we both work from home and never have to see customers.
That's right.
The only time we have to see the public really is Friday nights.
Yeah, right? So hopefully y'all don't mind. Let's see here. And then Maitreya said her prize winners, everything got mailed out today.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Ooh, how exciting. That's awesome. Aw, thanks. Rachel said, Shelly looking so beautiful tonight.
Always.
Aww.
Always.
You're so sweet.
I know.
Well, Rachel always looks beautiful.
Shit.
Even sick. I'm like, when I saw you last night on the live, I said, oh, she must be like 100% better.
All right.
And she's just like, oh, I'm still not feeling well.
The only way I could tell is she had a little bit of something in her, like frog on her throat or something.
Oh, yeah.
Or a little sniffle. You could tell that a little.
Right.
But other than that, yeah, she looks fine.
I know. When I'm sick, I'm just like curled up in the bed, and I probably...
You usually curl up in the bed anyways.
Well, that's true. I do love my bed. But I'm usually like just curled up and I just look like death warmed over.
No, you never look bad.
I do. Mm-hmm. He's just
infatuated.
Yeah, exactly.
How could I not be?
Gina Marie's here. She said, good evening, everyone.
Howdy,
Happy
howdy.
Friday.
Yes,
Shelly
ma'am.
and Heath, you're looking so good tonight.
Thank
you. Thanks. Thank you for joining us. Oops. Where's that going? And look, if Joe sees, look, I got my Apple out, Joe. This is the only Apple product we own.
Is it? I thought you had one other thing. I don't remember.
Because even the little iPad thing is a Windows.
Oh, it is?
iPad. Yeah.
Okay.
This is the only Apple. And I bought it for when we go traveling because it weighs like, I don't know, 4 pounds. Or it's like so light, so it's perfect to go traveling with.
So we're taking it on the cruise instead of mine?
That's what we usually do, yeah.
I thought we usually took mine just because I got all my stuff hooked up to it.
Well, you take yours, but I've always taken mine.
Okay. That's fine.
But anyhow, my little Apple.
Like, was it 2-3 jobs ago, I had a company phone that was Apple. I hated that thing.
Yes, you did. Oh, Maitreya says she also loves green chili. It's so good.
Well, see, that's what you were talking about because she's originally from New Mexico.
That's right. Of course. Jerry said...
I think you're born there, loving it.
I know. Jerry said, give me Sonora Mexican or New Mex over Tex-Mex. Oh, okay. Tex-Mex, Cal-Mex, or New Mex. Tell us, comment below, which one's your favorite? Tex-Mex, New Mex, or Cal-Mex, or just food?
Can I get a blend and go a New Tex?
What would that be?
New Tex? But he said Sonoran. Remember, we used to love Sonoran hot dogs.
Oh, yeah. Sonoran hot dogs were amazing.
That was one of our favorite things.
Yes.
And the next favorite, honestly, was Seattle dogs. Have y'all ever had those before?
Oh, Seattle dog is really good. I think, didn't we do a video on Seattle dogs?
No, because we started the video after we went keto. And we never made them. We never made a keto.
We'll have to make a keto
bread.
Seattle dog.
Yeah.
I love Seattle dogs.
And if you're wondering what it is on the bun, you're smeared first with cream cheese. Then you put the dog on there that's been grilled.
Yes.
And then you top that with peppers and onions, grilled peppers and onions.
Yeah, and jalapenos.
If you want, that's an option.
Yeah.
But standard, it's just without them.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
It's so good. That cream cheese.
And I think usually the bun also had the poppy seeds on it too.
Yeah,
originally.
something like that.
Because her stepdaddy is originally when her stepdaddy and her mom first got together. He was originally living in Seattle, and we found it when we went up and saw him.
Yes, and they were delicious.
Yeah.
Ronnie said, I'll be popping in and out trying to spend more time with hubby.
Aw, that's
He'll
good.
be leaving again soon, and I'm taking advantage of our time.
Right.
Definitely.
Good job.
You need to.
I ain't gonna catch no hate over that at all.
Matreya said, my home, the old Southwest, New Mexico. Winner! Right? Let's see. Oh, Wright family's here. Hey, Wright family. How are you doing? And a lot of people talking. Yeah, Mary, what's the name of your new little puppy? Shauna said, I slept wrong last night, woke up with horrible headache, and I can't look left. Oh, no. It's better now. No headache, neck stiff, though. Oh, goodness. Did you get to the, I thought earlier you said you were going to go to the chiropractor and see about getting that fixed.
You know what happened?
Huh?
I ate too much when I was snacking earlier. Now I'm full. I was just eating chips. Pork rinds, a little thing of guacamole, some diced red onion she had from the other night, and then I wanted some meat, and I found a thing of summer sausage. So I started hacking off.
So we don't need to eat tonight?
No, I can still cook these. I'll force them down.
Brian said, good evening, y'all. Hope everyone had a keto-tastic day. We sure did.
We're almost done with one.
Welcome back. Yeah. Let's see. Right Family said, anyone have any ideas for keto comfort food? I would call this a keto comfort food.
Meat. Ribeye. That green chili stew.
Yeah. Keto comfort food to me, I would think like this bacon. Like bacon chips would be good.
One of my favorites, honestly, is the Ketochow drop biscuits.
Oh.
With some Parrot Head Renee gravy.
Yeah. That to me would probably be the epitome of comfort food. With some of
those Purnell's breakfast sausages.
Oh, yeah. As your sausage and make it into like a sausage gravy.
Yeah.
That would be, I like, that sounds really good. Just do the Ketochow drop biscuits.
Yep.
Make the Parrot Head gravy. And then add some sausage to that, or breakfast sausage. We use Purnell's. Crumble that in there, and then pour that over those biscuits. Oh my gosh. That'd be so good. Yes. Perfect. Let's see. Mary said, can't wait for our road trip to Kentucky in September.
Right.
Returning via Arizona and Utah, I'll be looking for Arizona Mexican restaurant recommendations.
Was it Red Phoenix? No.
She said Arizona.
Arizona, my bad.
Okay.
Never mind.
Shauna said, if y'all look in the 2KK Facebook page, I made my own stuffed sweet peppers wrapped in bacon.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, they looked really good. He loves those little mini sweet peppers. Yes. Good one.
One of the things I used to do when I was working on the road, when I was driving, my cabinet jobs, I would slice those in half long ways, stuff them with cream cheese, wrap them in prosciutto, and just throw them in a lunch kit. I just eat them raw like that, cold, and they're perfect.
Yeah, that's a really good snack.
I was just throwing the stems out the window as I'm running down the road. They're all natural. It's not littering.
That's true. Karen said, Shelly, your hair is cute pulled back. Opens up your pretty face.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. I like it when you put your hair up like that or in a ponytail.
Aw. Nicole said, I'm back all day at the dogs. Just got washed, fed, heartworm meds, and rewashed the tub. Been a busy, busy day.
Sounds like it.
Look at you. You're going. That's awesome.
Show off.
Jen said, where are y'all seeing these pictures? Which pictures? Did I miss it?
I don't know.
Most of them are probably on the Two Crazy Ketos family group. Shauna said they were good. I bet. They looked amazing, Shauna. Let's see. Shauna said, how exciting. Bougie affiliates look at you two go. Rhonda said, Shelly, you're losing weight. Look at that face. Gorgeous red, getting thin, chicky. Aw, thank you, Rhonda. I will say, I mentioned this on the Emma's Journey, but I have been now, I guess this is the 9th day of no dairy and no sweetener, y'all. So my coach was like, because my weight this whole year since I've been with my coach is like up, down, up, down, up, down. Just pretty stalled right the whole time. So we've been just playing around. She's like, let's just have fun. So I went 4 weeks with no tracking, like whatsoever. Didn't track anything, which was kind of nice. Like I really enjoyed it. I was on a reverse, so it didn't matter as much. So I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. No tracking. And then, my weight actually dipped really well tracking, without tracking. Like I actually, went down a little bit and then kind of creeped a little bit back up. And then she was like, you know what? Let's just try. She goes, I just have a feeling. Let's try no dairy and no sweeteners at all. I said, okay. Well, I knew it was coming, because I have a feeling that dairy probably inflames me. It's sad. But like she said, this is something you learn about yourself. And it isn't that I can't never have dairy again or sweeteners again. It's just something I have to know about myself and decide, hey, do I want to have this and know that, I might puff up with it, right? And then she said, too, like when you're going through a cut, so I just started a cut yesterday. She's like, when you're going through a cut, that might be the time where you're like, okay, while I'm doing this cut, which generally is about 12 weeks, I'm not going to have any dairy. And then that way, then when you're on the reverse, you could slowly work the dairy in if you choose to, because you're reversing. But I was like, okay, I'm up for an experiment. I'm always up for, I'll try it. So I was like, okay. So I went, and I actually was like feeling really good. Like I don't feel so like puffy. Now I probably look a little puffy because I got my fluffy pajamas on because it's cold. But I feel good.
I mean, the first couple of days you're kind of sad because you wanted to go to Dutch Bros and get your coffee. You're like, well, I just gotta have black.
I get my nitro.
I gotta get black.
But I know. Well, I find drinking coffee black. But that was like my treat, And then, but I like kind of realized how often I would have stuff because he'd be like, oh yeah, just add, here's some sour cream. I'm like, can't have sour cream. And he's like, oh, that's dairy. And then
that's what we're going to get tomorrow when we're going to Costco, was more sour cream.
We've got a whole tub that's never been opened.
I thought that one was
no, it's sour cream.
Okay, because that one's almost empty.
Oh no, there's a whole nother one. But and then like yogurt, I would eat
daily.
Yogurt. Yeah, and so now it's like, okay, so laying off that for a while, we'll just see how it goes. I was like, well, you know what? I feel so good doing it now for this past week that I'm game for trying that through the end of January and just see how things go. I might even continue it through the cut because I plan to cut just right that by the end of this cut, it'll be enough time that when I'm on the cruise, I'll be like in week 3 or 4 of my reverse while I'm on the cruise. So, gotta plan those things in advance. Thank you. Right Family said push the thumbs up.
Thank you. But as y'all know how I love my stuffed jalapenos. Well, it's a little disheartening we're not having those every night. I don't want to make her feel neglected or whatever because I'm sitting there eating the cheese in front of her. But I can't go a day without a meal basically without having cheese.
I know. He loves his cheese. And for him, he doesn't seem to have any issues with it.
I can't. I mean, it's right there in the marketing. Behold, the power of cheese.
I know what the power does to me. It's too much power for my body. And it goes, whoa, we don't know what to do with all the power.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
Oh, Lord. Maitreya said, I also don't know if it is comfort food, but loaded cauliflower or cauliflops and a steak is sometimes just perfect. Ooh, that sounds really good.
Oh.
And then Rachel and Joe said that is a great bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shauna said bottle caps. Oh, yes, Shauna. We save all the bottle caps. I don't know what we're saving all the bottle caps for.
One, we have a jar in there just for decoration. But the other ones, I save when I'm finished with the cans. I actually have 2 can crushers in the garage. I throw them in a bag and I take them to recycling. Well, I'm throwing those the bottle caps in there too.
Okay.
I don't want all the weight.
So for our
for this, what
tonight, we're going to use these Cloverdale.
These are the ones. Can they see that? Is it showing up right?
Yeah, I probably will. Cloverdale it's the uncured Little Smokies. They have regular Little Smokies, and then they have the uncured. The uncured is beef, water, and then less than 2%, and one of the ingredients is turbinado sugar. But I feel like if I'm going to splurge on something like Little Smokies...
It's better than the Hillshire Farms one.
Right. You know, a lot of them have all kinds of ingredients in there. Right. But this does have a little bit of turbinado sugar. Like for 5 of these, it's 1 gram. I feel like overall, that's okay. And I would rather it be the sugar than like dextrose or maltodextrin or corn syrup. And it's less than 2% of the whole thing. So this is as clean as you're going to find as far as when it comes to Little Smokies.
And,
so,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and so we're going to get the bacon. He's going to figure out how much. I'm thinking 1/4 of a slice per each one. But he's going to start doing it, and then we'll just see.
Is that the way?
No, that's fine. And
Speaking of cheese. Oh, shit, you okay?
I told you it was going to fall.
Oh, no, baby. These are some old chairs, y'all, and I guess I booby-trapped her, because this is the one you're usually sitting in, but I thought it was rackety. I thought it was really rickety, so I swapped these.
You swapped it with a more rickety one.
I didn't know. Oh, no, I tried it. I even sat in it.
Falling.
I sat in it. And
I was
maybe that's what it was. I overrated it.
I was like, this chair seems really more rackety than before.
It's not supposed to be a rocking chair.
I was like, what's going on? Oh, goodness.
I'm sorry, baby. You okay?
Oh, yeah. It didn't hurt me at all. It was like a slow fall.
This a little closer.
Whew. Well, that was our fun for the evening.
She does her own stunts.
I know. But I was going to ask, do you want to cook mine first or yours? Because I don't think we could get 30 or 40 of them in there.
Yeah.
Do you, or do you think so?
Well, we'll try. Let's do yours first. You swap them out with me. Because what I was going to do was do a row of the sausage and a row of the tomatoes.
Oh, okay. All right.
So let's do yours first, since I had a little snack. Because I just couldn't wait. I was starting to get hangry.
So now we got a chair to fix.
Or replace.
But these are like from, I don't know, 1800s. I don't know. They're really
no,
old.
They're not.
But yes, thank y'all. So that was fun.
And we got it on tape.
Oh, I know. That was entertaining. That's what we do here.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play that back.
Oh no.
And then I'm gonna freeze it, screenshot it, and that's gonna be the thumbnail for next week.
And then you won't be on the live anymore.
Be live or alive?
Brian said, Heath, those buckets also make great rain hats too.
Yeah, but that gets in the way of my foil hats.
Oh, Jen said her live stream never started, so she was missing everything.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Jen. That sucks.
See,
Carla's here. Hey, Carla. She said, Happy Friday. Gina Marie said, Heath, never throw away a bucket. Oh, right. He won't.
I found a couple of them in the shed over here the other day. Okay, you said cut these in fourths?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, let's see here.
And this is just the Kirkland bacon. We like it because it's super thin and it's really good for wrapping.
Yeah.
If we're just making plates of bacon, we like the thick cut.
Yes. Right Family said, we're about to need salt and toothpaste. Thank you for the code. Awesome. Thank you for using it. Sharon said, good evening, all. My green chili soup just finished, and it tastes amazing.
Thank you. Did you use a 505?
Shelly, you knocked it out of the park with this one. Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you, Sharon.
What was really good about that
photo
is she was cooking that while I was at work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That made it taste so much better.
Well, he was working. I was cooking. Mary said, I was thinking the same as Rhonda. Shelly, you're looking really good. You both are.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. That's so sweet.
Oh, this is where I need your help.
Yeah.
Here, that lid comes off altogether, too.
So we're going to use some toothpicks for these. Just going to throw them on in there like that.
Okay.
Let's see. Where was that? Matrey said, I didn't know about the sweetener. Sorry about Sunday then, because my live stream this week is too much sweetener. Save for special occasion, I guess.
Look, that's a quarter, and look how much it's filling it. Is that good? Or do you want me to do even less?
Oh. Do you think you do half of that?
I guess. Well, I'm going to do this one. It's already, well, I'm going to unpeel it.
What do you think? Think half would do it?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I think we're going to have a lot of bacon left over. So
Leftover bacon. What a tragedy.
You know what, though? We still have half a thing of bacon in the freezer that we haven't sliced yet.
I know, our homemade that we use.
Thank you again, Joe and Rachel.
Yes.
We're using your recipe y'all showed.
Yes, the Two Crazy Ketos, their bacon recipe. If you haven't already, go to their video. Shauna or Renee, if you could post the link to their video. That homemade bacon, that's the best bacon in the world. And then Maitreya, that's fine. I can't wait to see how you're going to make this one on Sunday. I'm really excited about it. So I'm all up for it. I won't do the sweetener. I'll watch the video and eventually I can make it. What?
That's going to be awesome.
Glenda said, hello, Heath, Shelly, and all the Hungry Horde. Hey, Glenda.
Hey.
Kelly's here. She goes, wow, Heath, no hair. It suits you well.
Thank you.
Thanks,
because look,
Kelly.
if I stab it all the way through, I can like put it through.
Oh.
And it'll keep from rolling too.
That's true. Let's see. Older Pennsylvania's here. Hey. And she said, hello all. Hello, Older Pennsylvania. She said, I got the cinnamon flavor and it's really good. Nice. The toothpaste.
Have we tried that one?
I don't know if I tried the cinnamon. Is it sweetened though? Because I just get the one that says unsweetened. That's what I stick with.
Yeah.
Nicole said, Hobbs took our new rescue pup to the vet today and she got a clean bellow health and started on her vaccines. Oh, nice. That's so awesome. I'm so excited.
That was a good looking dog.
Adorable. I know. Nan's here. Hey, Nan.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Evening.
Maitreya said, y'all convinced me. Next Redmond order, I'm going to order toothpaste. Definitely.
For sure.
Okay, wait
I think it was Dr. Barrett that first told us about him, right?
I think so. Haters will hate.
I was wondering when that's going to hate.
Said, hey, sorry, just unloaded groceries. But she used the number 8. Haters will hate. Welcome back, Renee.
Isn't it early? I thought you said you're changing your name every month.
No, she's changing it every live.
Every Friday she has a new name?
Yeah. She has, like, for what?
I didn't realize it was for every Friday.
Nicole said, I think we're going to place our first Redmond order now. Awesome. Thank you so much, Nicole.
Just don't make it your last. Just don't make it your last.
Oh, it won't be because it's so good. Oh, thanks, Maitreya. She said, yes, you did a fine job. Shauna said, you did good, Shelly. Thank you. Brian said, Shelly, you did great. He looks all groomed, right?
About time.
I do like that kind of groomed look. I was kind of, at one time when we got his hair done in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
We went to this place in the French Quarter.
Yeah.
And this guy, he used a straight
to
razor.
Shave me. I was like, whoa.
And your head too, but what was really cool is he like used it and he was all like doing it so perfect, and I was like, wow, that's really cool.
Well, what we'll do is next time we go through there and we're going to go visit Rhonda, we'll go back and get my hair done there too.
Yeah, that was fun. I was like, oh, that's neat. And it's so cheap for men to get their hair done.
Yeah.
Even him he went to this, kind of...
bougie?
I would consider it bougie. Like, he had the whole...
French Quarter? What's not bougie in the French Quarter?
But they put the hot towel around their face and everything. But it was still like $40.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's all like, I don't know, that's expensive. I'm used to paying like $5.
Yeah.
I'm like, $5? Like, I can't even get my bangs trimmed for $5.
Well, again, that's the pink tax.
Nicole said, I'm kind of bummed because Heath and I had matching haircuts. Give it a couple months, it'll grow out again.
I remember the first time I started shaving it, I went to my grandmother's hairdresser because she worked at the bank there in Pearland, and it was one of her customers. So they would always just, they were always visiting, so she ended up going to see her. Plus, she was right across the street from the bank from her. So she took me in there to get her done. She was getting her hair done, so I went and got her to do mine too. And the whole time, my grandma was crying, oh, you got such beautiful hair. I just love it. I said, well, right there on the floor, you can have it.
So mean. Thanks to Crazy Keto said, great job, Shelly. Yeah. Thank you. He had me trained from the beginning, y'all. Like, we'd only been dating 2 weeks, and he's like, hey, shave my head.
She's like, she was scared.
Yeah, I was like, I've never cut hair in my life. Like,
because the way I figured it, for the cost of me going and getting it done, I could buy that razor.
Yes.
And I used to lay in the floor. I'd take a garbage bag, cut it open, lay it out like a little tarp. I'd lay in the floor and shave it myself and reach over and feel and make sure I got it all. And she was all so nervous. And I was like, look, it's easy. As long as you don't miss nothing, you're good. You're doing all the same lengths.
I was just like, oh, goodness, 2 weeks in. Well, I guess he trusts me. I got a razor in my hand. But, yeah, that was interesting.
She didn't use a straight razor. She used the one on the cord.
Yes,
I can't really cut me on that. Well, I want to poke. It's like the...
Jerry said, now you have my hair to do as well as Joe's. That's right.
No, I still got more hair than y'all.
Jerry, Joe, and you all match now.
It's like my dad
I
used to
used
say.
the head plate to shave the head and the Mach 5 to touch up. Oh, wow.
But see, I couldn't be like my dad used to do all his kinfolk when he went around. He had a full head of hair his whole life up until he passed. And most all of his kinfolk were going bald. And he always, almost anywhere he went, he wore a ball cap. Unless he went to go visit them, he made sure he took it off just to show off. You know my dad, he would have been like that, right?
Oh, my gosh.
He was an instigator.
Yes, he was. Well, I think what would be awesome is for the cruise that you, Jerry, and Joe should get one picture together, the three bald men. And then if Chris...
You like the Three Stooges then, right? Or is it
and
just
then
the
Chris
one
needs to shave his head, and then all of y'all could then be like, here's the bald men of the cruise.
Why is this one weird? It's in the middle, but it's poking out.
That is weird. Let's see.
Do you actually think Chris would shave his head?
I don't know. What do you...
Especially, well, for a photo op, he might.
I don't know. Mary will have to tell us.
Right?
Too Crazy said, oh, that is an early lunch. I know, 11.
That's
I'm like,
brunch.
11? Like, it's just so early to me. But I do start at 7:30, so, I mean... but there's only so many of us on the team, so they have to, like, stack it just right so that we're not all on top of each other. But we are getting 4 new people on our team. I'm so excited.
Yeah?
And
Lighten the load?
Yeah, it should lighten the load so we can do more things than just talk to people.
It's not really lightening your load then, because you're just being redirected to other things.
Right, but I want to do other things.
Okay.
That's why I got into this role, because I didn't want to just be sitting there talking to people. I want to learn other things. So, hopefully, we'll see how that goes.
This is going to end up being at the end. We'll just cut it all up, and it'll be like, what do they call it, that one bag, the ends and pieces?
Hey, I see Blue Dubs here.
Hey,
she goes,
yeah.
howdy, Horde Mates. Fantastic Friday feast to you all.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Jamie. Maturia said, yeah, I was a little late today. Have to catch up normal again for the computer catastrophe.
Oh, yeah, that was awful. I feel sorry for you going through that. Y'all don't know her computer failed on her last week.
Yeah.
It just said, nope, not tonight.
Sometimes and I try to explain that to customers, and because they're just like, this one guy today was like, if I give you a payment, it should post immediately. And I'm like, okay, but it doesn't. It has to go through our accounting. It's not, I'm not actually scanning your card or processing the card then. We do it in batches.
And meanwhile, back in the real world.
I know, and he's all like, well, no, da-da-da-da-da. And I said, well, you could do bill pay through your bank, and then they'll send it to us, and then that way it will come out of your account immediately. Oh, but then when will you get it? I said, most of the time, if you do bill pay, we get it in about 3 to 5 days. Oh, see, there again, another delay tactic. I'm like, that's normal bank timing.
That's any company.
I know, and he did not get that. He was just like, he goes, yeah, you're just trying to delay things. I'm like, no, I'm trying to help you out. If you need money to come out on that date, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
You know, but otherwise, but he just was not having it. So I was like, oh, well, that's how it works. I said, talk to your bank then. If they can tell you differently, then good for them.
Like when he goes and buys something, they take the money right then. But he gets a refund. It takes 3 to 5 dadays to get it back.
I know. Well, he probably complains about that too.
I mean, that's the way things work.
Yeah, and then another caller was mad because his policy was 43 years old, and he was mad that we couldn't tell him everything on it. And the girl told him, we have to
pull
request...
it up on a microfiche?
Yeah, she said, we have to request it, and we ask that you allow up to 10 days.
Oh.
We get that. I mean, it could be sooner, but we try to give time frame, so they have time to get it. And he was complaining. He's like, no, you should have it. And she told him, well, we have a new computer system, and so not everything's been uploaded. So he complained about that. And I'm like, he's like, well, it's because y'all work from home now. I'm like, even if we were at the office, it still would happen. Like, nobody's going to put you on hold and say, I'll go to the warehouse. I'll get back on this phone in 30 minutes. Like, that's not how the world works. But he was so mad because he was convinced it was because we work from home. I'm like, no. Has nothing to do with that. Your policy is 40 plus years old. How do you expect it to just be on the computer like that?
Well, I mean, even if you're working at home or in an office, it's the same computer program.
I know. That's why I was like,
Thanks, boomer.
Oh, don't be like that. But I was just like, okay, well, that's just not the real world, It's just how it is. But, I know. And Randy's here. Hey Randy, welcome back.
Where y'all at now?
Oh, and then Maitreya says she loves Crystal Gale. I always wanted to have her long hair.
Yeah.
But Jamie, I saw this. She goes, yes, Eddie was the Jack. Oh, here it is. Eddie, I was thinking of another Eddie. Which y'all know what Eddie I'm thinking about. But she said Eddie was the Jack Russell on Frasier.
Oh,
Dog's
yeah.
real name was Moose. That's right. Call Eli's a big lab Chomp Moose affectionately. Aw, that's so sweet.
Did y'all see the bad news today?
Yes.
Louis Anderson and Meatloaf both passed away today.
It's so sad. First it was like, I saw Maitreya's post about Meatloaf, and I was like, oh, that's sad. And then like 10 minutes later or an hour later, then it's all about Louis Anderson, and I was like, oh my gosh.
We actually got to meet him.
I know. I posted a picture on my wall, our picture, but y'all, go look at that and look at us. Like, that was he, and that's me with Louis Anderson.
What was that? Almost 8 years ago now, right? Or almost 9, rather.
No, I think
because it was
8 years.
It was our first anniversary.
Yeah, it was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
But look at us. I'm like, oh my gosh, where did Heath? And
go ahead, finish your thing.
And then it was so cute though. We paid extra because if you've gone to Vegas before, if you're wanting to meet a celebrity, a lot of them have a celebrity package where you can pay extra to have, where you get to spend time with that celebrity, like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and get autographs, ask them a question, whatever. You get that allotted time with them. So we paid extra because he was like, oh, Louis Anderson, he's a great comic.
I've always liked this stuff.
Yeah. So we went, and we were the only ones that had paid to see Louis Anderson. So I felt so bad because it was just us. And
wait, there's more.
I did not prep. Oh my gosh, we're so behind. I did not prep for
being the only ones.
Yeah, I thought it would just be, oh, okay, thanks for your autograph. We love your stuff. Can't wait to see your show tonight. But no, it was only us. And it was like, I think an hour, right, before his show. And we had all this time, and we're just like,
How's it going? Thanks.
I know, we were so awkward. And then Heath's color shirt matched exactly with Louis'. And Louis' all like, oh, cool, we match. And then Heath is like, oh, great, now I look at his twin.
Then after the show, he ended up doing a free meet and greet with everybody. And then after that, we ran into him in one of the gift shops. And he was signing autographs and talking to everybody.
Yeah, but because he said, follow me to the gift shop, and I'll sign anything you want me to there. And I was like, okay.
Refund.
I know. I was like, aw.
You want to help me? So I don't get the...
Oh, sure.
Just feed them to me. Or, hand them to me. That way I don't...
I know you want me to feed them. But, so that was just funny to me. Because I was like, so we paid all that.
Or maybe just drop them right there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. There's 5.
Yeah, because these are all yours. So you tell me how many you want.
Okay, 8. There.
Now, is that enough or too much bacon?
That's probably too much, don't you think?
That's a quarter, like you said.
Oh, well, I guess just wrap it up really well, sure.
It's our first time ever doing these.
Yeah, we used to get these at an Asian restaurant before, and they were always so good. So maybe cut them a little smaller on the next piece.
Well, look, I can cut this in half. See where it's already breaking?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to take it
from
there.
So anyways, that was our experience with Louis Anderson. He was very nice, very friendly, you know.
See, look, yeah, that is a lot better.
Yeah, okay, good. But the show was a little weird. He had a heckler. There wasn't a lot of people. And then one of the people was kind of like heckling him. And I was just like, oh, I feel so bad. And then whenever he left there, he had to ride in a scooter in order to get to the gift shop. And then I felt bad about that. I was like, oh, goodness, I hate to see him like that. But it was definitely an interesting experience. Right?
Yes, it was
But then we learned, don't pay for the celebrity experience. Most of them do an autograph session after the show.
Right.
Randy said, Heath, like the haircut. That's how I wear mine.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Shauna said, Heath, you can see us?
What?
Something you said like 5 hours ago. Mary said, women haircuts cost more and women clothes cost more to dry clean as well. Another reason not to buy clothes that need dry cleaning. Yes, ma'am. If I see something that says dry cleaning, no, I just put it back. I don't care how beautiful it is. I'm not dry cleaning anything. And honestly, when I've gotten clothes that said that, I still put it in the wash. I'm like, I don't care.
Oh, another fun fact about Meatloaf. Oh. One of my favorite bands has always been Anthrax, and the lead guitarist, Scott Ian, is married to Meathead's daughter.
Meatloaf's daughter.
Meatloaf's daughter, yes.
Yeah. Nice.
That's crazy that Meatloaf was his father-in-law. That's just wild to me.
Karen said, that's why I don't do fun hair color. Expensive for length, but what's worse, I have to maintain it. I don't like taking time to go back. Right. And that's when I asked my hair colorist, because I was like, oh, I just want to have fun. And she's like, look, Shelly, if you're wanting those like mermaid or...
That was you did want that one time, remember?
Yeah. And she goes, understand, you're going to be paying to come here like every 2 months. Every other month, you're going to have to get it done, or else it's going to end up looking like blah. And she's like, so do you really want that? She's like, I'll do what you want, but do you really? Because
my kid's college fund loves it.
No, they don't have kids. But she was like, it's expensive. She's like, it's going to be double. That's wild. And then you're going to have to come back every other month to get it refreshed. So he's like, so do you really? And I was like, oh, well, not for double the price. Dang, I already spent it a lot. So
I just don't like it that much.
I know. So that's why I stuck with the fire.
I was wondering about that.
Nicole said, so this time last year I had a super cool 70s inspired mullet, but I decided to cut all my hair off in September. Oh, wow. I'd love to see that. You'll have to post a picture or tag us. Maitreya said, laugh out loud, I have nerd hair, so whatever right now. Growing it out, and it's in an awkward stage. Miss my old butch do. Much easier. Right? It can be easier just to let it be, whatever, right? Randy said, hi from Florence, Oregon. Awesome. On the Oregon coast. Nice. A nice sunny day here. Awesome. That's great, Randy. What day are you now on the BBBE? Jen said, what's the difference?
Uh-huh. Difference of what?
Now I don't even remember.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it was between the different foods.
Isn't it?
Tex-Mex.
Oh, yeah.
New
Location.
Mix, and Cal-Mex. No, I would say Tex-Mex is cheese heavy.
Yes, and flour, like on the tacos, because we had this discussion with your mother. She grew up a lot of her life in California, and she really likes crunchy tacos versus soft tacos. Yeah. And that's more of a Cal-Mex kind of thing.
Yeah. So I would say a lot more cheese in Tex-Mex. Yes. Also, I would consider Tex-Mex spicier. They use a lot more jalapenos and cayenne and habaneros in their food, in their salsas.
Mm-hmm.
New Mex, I consider more of a smoky heat. Think like desert. Kind of smoky, dry.
Correct us if we're wrong.
Yeah, correct us, Maitreya, Jerry. You know better. But what I found is they use more of a green chili, hatch chilies. It's more based on using kind of an assortment of spices, not just like heavy on one. An assortment of spices and very little cheese. Like that isn't a huge thing to have cheese in their food. And then Cal-Mex, I consider more of like you would say your healthy Mexican. So they don't
have that much cheese either.
Right, not a lot of cheese. They'll do fresher type ingredients, more like seafood,
and if they
like
do
fish.
The cheese, it's like more of a garnish, not a main ingredient.
Right, but they'll do more like seafood.
Yes.
So that's where you'll find like your fish tacos. And they also tend to do more like grilled and more like a pico instead of like a salsa.
Yeah.
And avocado is in a lot of Cal-Mex. Anybody correct me if I'm wrong. That's my idea or understanding. But,
our, what do you call it? What we've seen.
Yeah, exactly. What we experienced. So Brian said just food. He'll take whatever.
I just don't want vegan.
Nicole said, Hans votes California street tacos.
Those are pretty
I'm pulling
too.
all y'all's Texans cards. Shauna said, I'm getting mine cut on Monday. Not sure what, though. Ooh, I can't wait.
All right, I'm going to get a shot of this.
Okay.
And move the camera. All right, so yeah, I'm fixing to go slip these into the air fryer.
You forgot the most important
Oh,
thing.
yeah, duh. You want to dust that for real quick before I slip it in?
Yeah.
Go ahead and have the door open. Oh, you already did.
Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's fine.
We're so fun chit-chatting here. You want to do it?
Yeah, she can reach. That's
I don't
fine.
have 10-foot arms.
Anymore.
I never did.
She got like half of it open and half of it closed.
Well,
I see it now.
And so I'm just going to liberally season with the seasoned...
You're not doing nothing. I'm doing it.
Yeah, he's doing that. The seasoned salt.
And this seasoned salt, y'all, it's one of my favorite things just for steaks. Just that.
Yeah.
Is that good?
I mean, it's not liberal.
Okay.
It's kind of like...
It's not conservative either.
I would call that conservative. It was just like, I want to taste... The front row especially. You were like, oh, you just want a seasoned taste.
It's the LaCroix of seasoning.
Oh, goodness. Now...
We'll walk it by the seasoning rack.
Okay, that's much better.
Mo better?
And that is the organic seasoned salt, which, Two Crazy Ketos, Joe's the one who discovered you could just add some of this to hot water and it tastes like chicken broth.
10? I'm going to do 400 for 10 minutes.
Yes, 400 for 10 minutes, y'all. Renee said, got another skirt steak. Ooh, gonna marinade in a new sauce blend of cilantro, habanero, lime, and EVOO. That sounds awesome, Renee.
Are you going to cook that on the Blackstone?
Probably. Jerry said...
Wait. We're just looking at a towel now.
I know.
And I got to step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
Jerry said...
Entertain the people.
More savory over California Baja Mex. Oh, Baja's a good one. New Mex is also delicious, but I love Sonora. Tex-Mex is good, but it's a little light in flavor. New Mex is hottest. Oh, you think so? Randy said, I like Tex-Mex with a little heat. Me too. I guess the cheese can, make it milder. Or maybe it depends on where you go, too, because there's a couple places around here, their salsa is a habanero salsa, and it's really good. Wright family said, please pray for Chris. Uh-oh. He's trying to be brave, but he's very upset. Oh, no. Well, definitely. Everybody pray for Chris. I hope he gets better. I hope, he calms down and isn't so upset about whatever it is. Oh, that's so... It's such a shame, when something happens that just makes you upset over things. And sometimes that happens, I get a customer and I'm just, they get under my skin and I just have to walk away. What I do is I just go start petting on Delilah and just take my mind off of it. And then once my nerves are settled, then I'm like, okay, let's think about this and in a standpoint where I'm not going to get emotional about it and see how things go.
What is it now?
Chris is just being real upset about something, right, families, Chris?
Oh, sorry.
I know. Jamie said, "Can I vote for authentic Mexican?" Yes. Grew up staying over at my friend's place. Last name was Perez. Their mom was an amazing cook. Not low carb though, right? Well, definitely. I do love Mexican too. I mean,
so do you?
Obviously, obviously, I have always loved food.
Yes.
So I don't, ever say no. But I do like Mexican food, and that's one of the things. Whenever we have traveled to Mexico,
oh yeah, that was good too.
Always like find us an authentic place. We want to eat somewhere authentic.
Remember, we were the only gringos there. He took us over. Our tour guide took us over to a little food truck, and and the locals walked up to him and go, "What are you doing with these gringos here?" And he's like, "They wanted to eat." And I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah, I know. Oh goodness, Sean, I couldn't get to the acupuncturist, and the chiro was an hour away. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, come over here. I'll stab you.
Jamie said, "Darn it, why does YouTube not show the chat beside the video anymore? I can't watch and chat unless I get on my phone too." What? That's weird.
Because all we watch pretty much now is YouTube, and mine was working for me all day. In fact, when I was watching Autumn.
Wow. Renee said, "I want to take a class in dry needling." Oh, okay. That? She said it's similar to acupuncture.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Never heard of it.
Needling, no matter what, does not sound appealing to me. But y'all have your fun with your needles.
But she's into some weird stuff.
I'll stick to skydiving.
No.
Randy said comfort food is ribeye and meat cookies. Yes. That sounds really good.
And ribs.
Let's see. Jen said, "I'm excited for KPL 22.
Yes.
I know you all are really coming to see Anna, but I feel like you're coming to see me too." Of course we are.
Y'all are all coming to see me to celebrate my birthday. That's why she scheduled it. I don't care what she says.
I'm excited to see you too. I can't wait to see what color you do your hair this time. So I'm always excited. And then we'll have that, she'll have the little board where we can all get our photos again. That was so much fun.
Yes.
I just love the way Autumn puts together her thing. She was talking about that. Was that Wednesday Nights Live?
Yeah.
Or maybe it was on the chat Monday night.
With the, why am I doing this right now?
That's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, but see, okay.
Well,
her Patreon call.
Oh, okay, because she was talking about, planning and all of that, and I was like, look, stick to how you're doing yours. I like it. I enjoy speakers, yes.
Yes.
But I really enjoy her whole format and getting to spend time with everybody that's part of KPL.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
It's more like she says, a family reunion versus going to a lecture.
Yeah, so that's my opinion, though. I don't care too much about speakers. I'm mostly there to just chit-chat and hang out with everybody. That's what I'm looking forward to on the cruise, too. I mean, I know we're going to have a lot of speakers, but I hope that Debbie also, and if anybody's been on the low-carb cruise before, let me know. I hope she also incorporates time for us to just, hang out and get to know each other.
Right. Because remember, even at KPL, we skipped a couple of the actual speakers just so we can hang out with everybody.
I didn't think so. I thought that we did at Omaha.
Yeah, that's what it was. My bad.
Mary said, "Who else likes their hot dogs grilled crispy to almost black with yellow mustard? Growing up every Saturday was hot dog day. Since tomorrow's Saturday, I think hot dogs are on the menu." Awesome. I always loved it.
We could do that, too. I didn't even think about doing that. We could just cook them on the Blackstone.
That's true. I always loved it that way too because I like it, like they said, was it char grilled or charcoal?
Yes.
I like it burnt. I like a hot dog burnt. And so to me, I hated boiled hot dogs. When they go places and they're like, it's boiled. I'm like, that's just...
Joe always talking about those, the New York dirty water dogs.
Well, I'm just like, that's just disgusting. I don't want a boiled hot dog.
We used to make them like that all the time.
I like them grilled, or I'll scorch them in a skillet till it's black on all sides, and then I even get the tongs and do the ends and scorch them too. I like it crispy.
Because My stepmom used to make them in a microwave.
Oh, I think that's worse than boil them. Renee said, it's been such a crazy day. I have to catch up on message, videos, and emails. Right? Randy said 2KKs did a review of the Monday cheesecake. Those look good. Oh, I'll have to check that out too. Of course, that probably has sweetener and dairy.
Yeah.
Nicole said, I love anything and everything with mustard. Me too. I love mustard.
We went to the mustard museum, remember?
Yeah, we did. We went to a mustard museum, y'all.
Where was that at?
So much fun.
I don't remember now.
I don't even remember now either, but it was a lot of fun. Oh, Brian's here. Brian said COVID is still kicking his butt.
Oh, no. BSM?
Yeah.
Brother,
I'm sorry,
I'm sorry,
Brian. I hope you get well soon.
That's my local egg hookup.
I know. I feel so bad. Yeah, Brian's, I guess he got it like a week and a half ago or something. Yeah. Well, keep us informed, Brian. You message Heath later and let us know. Jamie said, mini mode makes it small in the corner and theater just makes the video bigger. Still can't see both at the same time. Oh, that's so weird. I wonder why it's doing that.
Because usually I click on the thing. I usually click on the button on the right that says pop out chat.
Yeah, he does the pop out chat, like little 3 dots at the top and pop out chat.
Because usually my laptop is hooked up to the TV, so we watch the video on the big TV and I chat on the laptop.
Yeah.
I do it as 2 separate.
Oh, Randy said he's on day 36 of BBE.
Wow. How's it going?
That's awesome, Randy.
Are you
and
enjoying
your daughter are doing awesome.
Damn, it smells good.
Older Pennsylvania said, you got this, Shelly. And if when you add back in, you'll notice that there's a reaction, and then you'll know for sure. Exactly. That's also what my coach said. Then she'll say, because you cut 2 things out at once, it could just be the sweetener, which is kind of what I'm leaning towards, because I do notice, like, with the sweetener, like I told her, I use the phrase addiction, because to me, if I'm sitting around thinking about something, then I feel like it's an addiction. So I need to, like, cut that out. Even though they were keto treats and keto sweets, it's still, if I'm sitting there thinking, I need to go get some Lily's chips or something, then I feel like, maybe I shouldn't be doing that. But I don't know. We'll just see. I'm doing well. I mean, this is what I'm eating. This is awesome. Like, I can't complain. I'm still eating really good.
Remember also, though, you were experimenting a little bit with raw dairy, cheese and stuff.
Yeah, I did do that.
Again.
And I might start back just doing, like, the raw eventually. But also, like, I can't have butter. So I'm still eating butter because there's no lactose in it. But if I have coffee, I'm either doing black or I just add a little bit of butter, and that's been working out really well. So you can't even have the nut pods right now? That's still considered dairy? I don't know. I think not, because it's almond juice and coconut juice. So I guess technically it's not dairy because they advertise as a non-dairy creamer. Yeah. And you have a half of one in the fridge and 2 more in the cabinet. That's what I know. I mean, Jamie, they're not going to go bad. So. Yes, I was sad to discover dairy is an issue. I really need to cut the Ketochow and see if I have an issue with milk protein, but this is not information I want to know. Right? Yeah, I cut everything, even a couple seasonings we have for Porky Good say not fat, melt, and whey. So I was like, nope, not going to use it. Well, at least with that one, that's not going to go bad either. Right, exactly. So you want to work it back in. Older Pennsylvania said, I have to be on a call. We'll come back later. Okay, we'll see you later. Too Crazy said, I'm so proud of you, Shelly. You're doing great. Aw, thank you. Rhonda said, well, the no dairy sweetener is working. Wow, you look great. I can see your jawline and everything. Wow. It's better chiseled and refined. Wow, thank you. Well, when I fell, which I'll get to those comments soon, you got to still see my gut that I have plenty of. Yeah, but it's so cute. Oh, goodness. Maitreya said, wish I was closer. I rendered a bunch of tallow. Oh, Maitreya. We wish you were closer, too. Yeah. Oh, and she seconds what Rhonda said. Thanks, Maitreya. Y'all are so sweet. Renee said those sausages look like little amputated toes and fingers.
It was really, really hard pulling all the toenails off, too.
Aww. Shauna said, oh, super excited. Yesterday got an email from her job about a bonus. It was in my bank this morning. That's nice. So awesome. That's nice. We all need some bonuses, right?
Well, we figured out here recently, I guess it's just news to me or whatever, both our paydays are Friday, and the check's been coming either Wednesday or Thursday now.
Yeah, which we need that. All right, can we get it this Friday?
Right? Yeah,
like I need it
we
today.
have ours every other Friday.
I know. I'm just sprinkling this on for them. Okay. Let's see. Mary said, I think your experiment's great, Shelly. Oh, thank you. Good for you. Your results are showing already. Great timing for the reverse. Oh, thanks, Mary. And Randy said, Shelly, you're doing awesome. Well, you're doing awesome, Randy. 36 days? That's amazing.
Right.
Matreya said, so stuff the jalapenos with spiced ground meat and bacon and just make it a finer ground. Delicious.
Ooh,
that's a good idea.
I guess that's what we're making tomorrow.
Okay, I'm game. Thanks for the idea, Matreya. That's
I think
awesome.
Matreya needs to make that on Sunday and show us how to do it.
She's already got plans.
Well, now she has new plans.
Jamie said, I'm on a Google Chrome too. Default view used to be perfect. Not sure when it changed. Aw. She said it was fine on Casey's live this morning. Who knows? They change things so often, and sometimes Heath has weird things happen on his computer, and I'm like, just reboot and let's see what happens. Randy said, I love cheese also, but been doing BBE with no cheese. Oh, so you noticed a difference too?
That's why I did not do the BBE. Seriously, that's why.
Oh, I know. Mary said, I eat cheese every day, but it's organic, grass-fed from the farm down the street. It doesn't bother me like grocery store cheese does sometimes. Wow! That's so awesome. So I think that is the difference, is if you are... don't you want to do tomatoes?
No.
You're not going to... I got the tomatoes for you. And
I can eat them by themselves. All right. Well, I wanted to pull that and start eating them instead of monkeying with this.
I know. Well, here, I'll go check on that. What is that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm going to go check on his, or on our meat. Melissa Parker's here. Hey, Melissa. Hey. She goes, I like your haircut.
That's an awesome name. I love that.
Jamie said, I looked at Cloverdale, but put them back and got the Teton Mini Franks.
Oh, we didn't see those.
We don't have any Teton Mini Franks.
But we have 3. We got this at Costco. And we have like 3 or 4 Costcos within an hour of us. But there's only one in the Woodlands that carries mozzarella cheese. The rest of them do not. I don't understand. Or the big blocks anyways.
Yeah.
And it's really weird how they stock things and then don't stock them at the other store.
All right, let's see. Oh. I think the tomatoes are done, but I want a couple more minutes on the rest of these.
That's another reason why I needed you still.
Why?
I'm out of toothpicks.
Oh, okay. I'll get you
That's
some.
fine. No rush.
Oh, I know.
But then also, then I was also a bacon short, too.
A bacon short?
Yeah, I got one little hot dog that didn't get a piece.
Aw. One little hot dog.
You can't reach the cool plates, can you?
No, because I'm short.
But that's why I was going to get it and do all that for you.
Well, look.
But I see what you're doing. You're just skipping out on the comments. Because I can't mess with your computer with my hands all bacon-y.
Okay, I'm just putting these back in
for a little longer.
For a couple more minutes till you finish that.
Right on, right on.
And then that's the
Are you going to zoom in on that?
tomatoes. Well, I'll let you do that in a minute. They're still pretty hot.
That bacon don't look done enough, though.
It does on the tomatoes.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you need?
Toothpicks. Just give me another handful of them.
Well, I was thinking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So, Shelly, are you okay? That's 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, thank you. Oh no, here's Heath, y'all still can't collect on that policy.
Nah.
He said, are you okay? Okay, Heath. You have to give Shelly a back massage to atone for that, Jen said.
Well, you're in claim, so just call it in.
Shonda said, well, dang, on the live, glad you're okay, hun. Thank you. Julie's here. Hey, Julie. She goes, I missed the brand. Cloverdale, D-A-L-E. Cloverdale is the brand, and it's the uncured Little Beef Smokies.
Renee, if you're at home, remember I messaged you earlier, that brand? You want to pop that link in there for him, please?
Brian said, Warden down, Warden down.
I think I sent it to Shauna, too, because one of y'all popped that in there for him.
Matreya said, HungryHeath. I totally get it. Bacon wrapped cheese, right? Oh my God.
I want to try that.
That was so good looking.
When this little experiment she's on is over, we're doing that.
I told him you could go make it all up on, for yourself, but he just was like, I don't want to do that to you. And I'm like, I'm fine with it. But those look so good. And I'm telling you, last Sunday, when I was still no dairy, and I was looking at that going, oh my gosh, that sounds so good. And
don't we still have some halloumi in there?
And then when you were crunching into it, you could hear that on your microphone. I was like, oh my goodness.
Huh, baby?
Huh?
Don't we have some halloumi in there still, too? Because I bet
no,
that would
we've used it.
Okay, because I'll say that'd probably be good bacon wrapped.
Let's see, Renee said, put it up it all on your MS journeys. Okay. Yeah. They did. Look, they put the clover down. Thank you, Shauna.
Thank y'all.
Teresa said, hope you're not sore tomorrow, Shelly. My body's used to it.
And she's off tomorrow, so she can just sleep a little longer.
Yeah. I just enjoy just rolling on the floor. Just a common thing here.
Are we going to the farmer's market tomorrow?
I don't know.
Because you know what we usually get when we go?
Goat cheese.
Goat cheese. Why? What's the point then?
Don't throw it away, but also don't kick it. The chair. Yeah. We're not going to throw it away. I'm going to make him nail it together. Brian said, we need that as a gift. Ha. Oh, beef falling?
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think we were doing that. Thanks, brother.
Brian, I thought you were my friend.
Like I told you,
Shauna?
Real friends stab you in the front.
Ow. Shelly, you better take a hot bath with Epsom salts tonight. Yeah, I should make Heath draw me a hot bath. Sharon said, yes, he used the whole jar of 505. Ooh, that's awesome. The whole thing. That's
wow, we didn't use that much. That's awesome.
I know. Well, that's really
y'all
great
walked in my journey. I usually top my hard-boiled eggs with that.
Oh, Two Crazies released a cheesecake video.
Yeah,
that sounds so good.
Not right now, though.
Well, we can still watch it.
Yeah.
Aw. But Trey said, I was tempted to order cheesecakes until I saw how much I had to buy. Uh-oh. Shauna said 2KK homemade bacon. I see 2 videos, not sure which one. But I think she did. Oh, here it is. Thank you. Jamie said those cheesecakes look good, but wow, the price. Fortunately, cheesecake is one of the few things I'll make for myself. Oh, yeah. The price. Oh, we're going to have to watch that tomorrow.
One more.
One more?
One more.
Let's see. Matreya said, spending my money up north tomorrow. Keto Zone in Mansfield is going out of business. Oh no! And he has to sell what he can to try and pay the lease remainder. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry to hear that, Matreya. That's not the store that also got their window broken or something? Sharon said, this is my shopping, cooking weekend. Today was 2KK chili. Oh, yum. And Shelly's green chili stew. You're just had a chilly day. Tomorrow's smoking pork butt with Heath's rub and then a pot roast. Wow. Nice. You're eating good. That sounds great.
All right.
Renee said, haters will hate. Oh, that's her name. Haters will hate.
Renee will
wow, say he paying so much attention.
To what?
I guess when you threw the chair, right?
I'm going to try one of these. Kind of really good.
Yeah? Now, what I've seen before is you can get some, like, balsamic vinegar, but you're going to want to be sparing with it and just kind of lightly drizzle some balsamic vinegar over the bacon-wrapped tomatoes. It's just a really good flavor combo. And I'm just going to salt his some more here.
We're done with the knife, right?
Yeah, I'm done with it all. But,
Well, because I was thinking, since I already have all that bacon out, after this batch, I'll just throw it in there and cook it too.
Okay.
It'd be easy,
But
right?
yeah, definitely. Thanks, babe. But I would say, if you wanted to get a little balsamic vinegar and just kind of lightly drizzle that over the top, and that'll really be an awesome side dish to whatever you're cooking. Mmm. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's really good. Thank you.
The tomato?
Mm-hmm.
No, the first time we had it, that was an Asian joint, remember? Over there in the Woodlands, right?
Yeah. What's really good is I love the tomatoes. How when tomatoes are hot, they always taste so good to me.
Yeah.
Like better than a cold tomato.
Now, I wanted to do these with the grape tomatoes, but then when she was looking, they were on sale at the Roma tomatoes.
Yeah.
I wonder how that would have been to do it this way.
Well, they're really big.
Well, I know, but
compared to grape.
But now I want to kind of try it, though, and kind of wrap it up almost like a moink ball.
Oh, that's true. That's so good. Okay, but Trey said I was oh, okay, I read that one.
So all these look done enough to you?
Yeah, those are perfect.
Okay. Ooh.
And then, let's see here. Where was I at? Okay. Renee said, my Ketochow chili with Heath's chili seasoning was perfect last night. Awesome. It looked really good, too. Rhonda said, yeah, come on down to New Orleans. I'd love to. Oh, Too Crazy Keto said, Joe says a hot shave is awesome.
Yes.
I would think so. I mean, it sounds good to me. Like, I love...
Didn't I get my hair cut one time on one of the cruises? And they did something like that for me?
All I know is I have been, and then, oh, can I get a side of one of the guacamoles?
That, and you want some mustard too, right?
Oh, yeah. All I know is that,
well, here. Mm-hmm. Take those off that plate.
Okay.
And put it on these. This is your plate.
Sorry, y'all. Okay.
Okay.
All I know is, I got a massage one time.
You want your water too, right?
Oh, please.
Or you want the liquid death?
Either one.
Just show them that.
Yeah,
I just love that
before.
Okay.
Has anybody else tried the Liquid Death sparkling water? They're on sale at Sprouts this week, 4 for $5, which is a little high, you know. I figure it's like my specialty. But I was like, I'm not getting cheese, and I'm not having sweetener. I can have me a little Liquid Death. But this is the one I read before where they have a funny story on it. Okay, let's see. Han said, I'll take the 3 bald men picture. There you go. Shauna said, I don't know, Chris Bear has some good hair. He does. Too Crazy said, you 3 could be the new Charlie's Angels.
Just mustard, right?
Oh, yeah, that is. It's like a French mustard.
Yeah.
Let's see, I think this is actually, okay, salt, pepper, and, oh, it's a pepper from Madagascar. Oh, this is oh goodness. Jerry, I need you here. It's Ultima Replenisher. I know I butchered that. Mustard.
You took French in school.
Well, I know, but I don't remember how to...
Use it?
Yeah. Ultima Replenisher. I haven't seen a word that long. I don't even know if I need that. But anyway, some pepper mustard. And I think we actually got this at the Pepper Museum. Mutar. And my hair's getting cut up on something.
While she's doing that, I'm going to load the tray with all of these.
Ooh, look at that. That looks good.
And I got the water going in case I need to wash it. I like because as cold as it is right here, I need hot or warm water. Mm-hmm. That's why y'all hear it running in the background.
So, I think that's cute. You 3, the new angels. Joe, Jerry, and Heath, the new Charlie's Angels. Or I guess it would be Charlene's Angels.
Right.
Jamie said only one of the Stooges was bald. You all would be Curly. There we go.
See how much I pay attention.
Oh, then Rachel said Chris could be Charlie.
I ain't taking orders from that man.
Right Family said Chris doesn't have hair by choice. It's more comfortable. He says he also has to wear a hard hat and a welding helmet.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that makes sense. To then not have the hair. Wow, so Chris, with Right Family is bald. There you go. Rickwin's here. Hey. He says, hi, everyone. Hello to you. Randy said Chris may not shave his head, but he does have a 10.5 shoe.
Right? I love that. You know what we could do? We could all just chip in and get one of those skull caps that the actors wear.
Oh, goodness. Shauna said, Shelly, just tell you have to cash it and take your share out first. Right? Let's see. I think it's going to jump. Let's see.
It always does that. Remember, I was having a problem with mine earlier when we were watching the lives. It wouldn't scroll correctly for me. It kept jumping.
Oh goodness.
So maybe that's part of what they're dealing with, too.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I really jumped on me. Oops.
I mean, YouTube and Facebook both give me fits daily with how they just randomly change stuff, and it was working perfect.
I know. Here we go. Matria said, oh my, see, this is why I could not do customer service. I'm already irritated at these customers.
Oh, the ones you're talking about?
Right. I know. Most of the time, and maybe that's like one of my coworkers said, well, maybe they're just numb to it by now. But like a lot of times what I do is I just laugh because like the guy saying he wished death on my coworker and his family. I mean, what can you do? To me, I'm just like, really? Cold?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, really? This is so. I don't know. Probably not. It's just.
I don't want to filter it too much and drop it.
That you just laugh. Like I just laugh, and then when somebody comes on the line and they're just cursing, like cursing at me does not make me want to help you. I mean, I'm gonna try, but if somebody's like really nice and tell me, oh, this and this happened and da da da, I'm gonna see what I can do. I'll bend over backwards for you. But if you come on the line and you're cursing up a stream and you're being rude and saying stuff, I'm gonna stick by the book. Nope, this is the way it is. Yep, you gotta write it in or you gotta do this. I'm not gonna try to do anything extra to help you. But that's just how it is with people, and sometimes some people just really think the louder they scream and the more rude they are to people, the further they'll get along, and you're just like, okay, I'm not going to stand for it, so this is how it's going to be. Oh, goodness. Jerry said, that sounded like my experience with the salsa company. Oh, no. Mary said, my mom's came from 12 kids. All the boys had same bald head with the ring of hair around the neck, and all the girls had some butt. So a pic from behind, you couldn't tell who was who.
Oh, wow.
Oh, goodness. Rachel said, that's hilarious. Renee said, I used to have a huge Oscar named Meatloaf. He was huge. Aw. Shauna said, Meatloaf, please tell me he won't do that. Oh, that's so sad. Reichman said, I did customer service for years at computers. Some people coming in the office for help would have emptied the office in a heartbeat.
Wow.
Wow, that's just something. Brian said, hey, Heath, no boomer talk unless you're talking Sooners.
Ha, ha,
ha. Mary said, oh, I didn't hear about Louis. Didn't he lose a bunch of weight? I don't think so.
I think he had cancer, though.
Yeah, well, what was weird is the other day he actually posted, I think you just read this week where you were like, oh no, Louis got like some kind of blood cancer. And then today when he passed, I was like, that's awfully quick.
Right.
So, it's really sad. But I know it was a cancer he passed away from. Mary said, that's the best Louis story.
Right.
It's always interesting. When we go anywhere, it's going to be interesting.
Right.
Like I used to tell my mom growing up when we do stuff, I was like, everywhere we go, it's an adventure because you just never know. You'll have to, when I get caught up, I'll have to tell you about the one time we took a trip through the backwoods of Arkansas.
Oh.
Jamie said, "Oh wow, I hadn't heard about Meatloaf. When Eddie said he didn't like his Teddy, what a guy, makes you cry." And I did. Aww.
Now, speaking of cheese, I got more of that Reaper cracker cut cheese from the HEB. This stuff is good.
Oh, thanks, Right Family. She goes, "I'm going to check on Elizabeth and run to the store. See you later. Bye." Jerry said, "Louis Anderson, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma." Thank you, Jerry. Mary said, "I'm glad you got to meet him and spend time with him." Yeah, that was really interesting. I mean, I was glad of that too. It's really neat. Another one that we were really glad we got to meet. We met him twice, didn't we?
Yeah, Ralphie May.
Oh.
That literally was my favorite comic. But the worst part about it, well, y'all seen him before, right? He had a little bitty wife too. Like when they stood together, it was like the number 10. As big a boy as he was, and I was too, he didn't have any shirts big enough for me. I was like, man, what's up with that? He was like very, very apologetic, and even gave me a special email so I could order something from him.
I
And I never got to do it before he passed.
Well, because you never used to wear T-shirts,
Mm-hmm.
but it was like because we met Ralphie May a couple times, and we would do his show. He would always do a New Year's Eve show here in Houston to pay back for getting his start in Houston, and he was a fabulous comedian. I mean, I adored Ralphie May. It was just hilarious.
His wife is funny too.
Yes, and then when he passed, I mean, I was really heartbroken because I was like, oh my gosh, we'll never get to see him again, and we actually got to like see him, get our pictures with him, hug him, and autograph and all that, and then just to think, it's just so precious to realize just how fleeting time is because you just never know. So I always feel like if you have an opportunity, or if you're feeling like, either if you have an opportunity to meet somebody that you've admired or you appreciate what they do it. It'll always be worth the money. Second, and if you're ever feeling like, oh, I should call so-and-so, do it. Don't put it off. Talk to anybody you're thinking of, even if it's an old friend. It's always good to just reach out because you just never know. And it's just unfortunate that things like that happen.
Right.
Okay. Oh, Too Crazy Keto said, at least he got to meet you guys. I know you made him feel encouraged before his show.
That's right. We didn't get to meet him. He got to meet us. And by the way, Joe, aren't you proud of me? This is a 2X. I finally started listening to you.
What? Shauna said, this will be way late too, but he had something about not seeing anyone till Friday nights. Linda's here. Hey, Linda. She goes, hello, everyone.
Howdy.
Welcome back. Oh, look. And Paul's here, too. Check out the new haircut. Look at styling and profiling there, Heath.
Yes, sir.
No. Y'all making it go to his head. I barely have room to... That's why the chair fell. That's why the chair broke. All of your head just expanded and made the chair just collapse.
Well, quit shaking it so much. We'll do it again.
Well, this one was sturdy.
No, it wasn't. That's why I moved it. I just moved it around, making room for stuff, and it was all wriggling around in my hands.
Randy said, I keep spooling. Our internet here is not that good. I'm going to go for now. Have a great rest of your Friday terrific weekend.
Thank you,
too,
brother.
Randy. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. Shauna said, if you add avocado to anything, they call it Californian. Omelet, tacos, chili. That's true.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the California avocado? Didn't they name the avocado after California?
Yeah.
Right? Renee said, dust that before I slip in it. Shauna said, beware the hand. Paul said, it's like the Addams Family. Thing is seasoning, right?
Wow.
Reichman said, I love Venezuelan food. Ooh.
Oh.
My neighbors came from there and raised us. Cooking is amazing. Oh, that sounds good. So what's the best Venezuelan dish that they've made you? Nicole said, we just ordered a Raymond face mask. I told Hans he has to wear the face mask in a video with me. Oh, you're eating one of mine?
No, I'm eating one of mine that happens to be on your plate.
Well, then you'll have to share one of yours with me. Get my numbers. I have to track macros.
That's way good.
Let's see, I was being nice. Wait until yours got ready.
No, eat them hot.
Oh,
You know what we're going to do? Now, I want to try now?
huh.
Do these again, but cook them on the smoker.
That's really good. I like that. The bacon just really adds some smokiness to it. That's good. And I love the Redmond's seasoned salt. Oh, I heard yours.
You start throwing all them in there.
Oh, okay. The Redmond seasoned salt is very good too. Like it gives a good salty flavor, and it kind of has that. I would say just a nice savory flavor to it.
I hear it's still all sizzling.
Okay, now I'm putting this little French mustard on it.
Remember, this is what I did earlier when I made our wings for lunch. I pulled this out a little too quick and it sloshed over to the floor. That's why I had to do all that laundry earlier.
I love this mustard. That's really good mustard. Definitely strong on the pouvre, the pepper. But, oh yeah, that's really good mustard with this. Oh wow, look at that. Sizzle, sizzle.
Those are mine. Well, one of them's hers. You want it? Hey, don't burn yourself. I'll get you
I
one.
ain't gonna burn myself.
You look like you were grabbing the pan.
Ooh, wow, that's hot.
I told you.
Woo.
Oh, you know what I didn't do though? They get me a plate.
And you need to put up this bacon too.
Oh, well, as soon as I empty this, I'm gonna fry it. Remember?
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if y'all have known or seen this before. These are the plates that our number one groupie got us. Renee, she got the HungryHeath logo on these little wooden plates. Aren't these amazing?
I love these plates.
And we still can't figure out what that little metal holes is for. But these are awesome.
What I love about these is the steaks are great on wood. So if y'all really want your steaks to be even better, I don't know why, but serving a steak on a wood plate or wood platter makes the steaks taste better.
I think what it is, we were talking to her one day about after we watched Laura Spath and her husband, because they're carnivore, and they were eating their steak this way, and we were telling Renee about it. Next thing we know, this showed up.
I know. Well, it's for your birthday, too. But that's really cool, Nicole. You'll have to tell me what you think about the Redmond's facial mask, because I love it. Shauna said, I was super needle phobic for a long time. My friend took me to her acupuncturist. She's really good. Well, good for you, Shauna. I'll let you have all the needles.
Yeah, you can have my turn.
Renee said, what the heck, Heath? Waving scissors around? Paul said, Shelly, I'm holding you to that skydiving plan. I'm all for it. I'm ready to go look, I know how to fall dive, so I can definitely do skydiving.
Y'all, we have an indoor skydiving place. You can go play it, but you don't want to go.
I do, but you do have to be under a certain weight.
Well, you're getting there.
Yeah, Renee said he seriously tried to take Shelly out.
Whatever.
Aww.
I want to take her out tomorrow night to dinner.
Paul said he's a professional, Renee. Pay no attention to those 11 scars on his arm. Jamie said he must have renewed her life insurance policy. It's going to take a lot more than a chair to take me out, and he knows that. But you probably only need like 3 minutes on that bacon.
I know.
Let's see. Shauna said, I thought I heard the speakers were on C days. Yes, they are on C days.
Oh, that's smart.
But I was thinking, I wonder if she'll have anything else planned or if it's just speakers on the 3C days. Renee said, well, Paul, you missed his first attempt. Shelly's seat broke and she fell tonight. Yes, Paul. You could go back on the replay.
I would say we can reenact it for you if you want.
Renee said, if I eat a hot dog, it must be burnt. Same for bologna. Oh, yeah, burnt bologna. A burnt bologna sandwich. That was just like classic, right? With the mustard.
Y'all are getting a little too country for me.
I loved good burnt bologna. That was really good. Hey, Jujub's here. Hey, Jujub, how are you doing? Because weren't you in the hospital? Because I'm late, but I've been here. Been a long day in the ER. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm glad you're home. Fill us in on what happened.
Did you want this butter left out? It's
you
melting.
Can put it up.
That's what I was asking.
Shauna said, Paul, you need to get a bigger calendar, right? Maitreya saying, connecting with people. The restaurant's still a little salty. I don't have a reservation yet. We may have to rethink it. Grit creative.
Oh,
okay.
KPL?
The little Brazilian restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then tell them about the sauce you made me.
Yeah, that's that barbecue sauce. I think you even had it last week. So it's just yogurt, sour cream, his barbecue sauce, and then some salt and pepper.
It's really good.
But I think...
Did you already repo?
I don't know. Well, that's the crispiest one.
And then we get rid of this towel too, right? Because I'm not going to bring that back over. Just that plate you had, I'm just going to put the bacon on it.
Alright.
There's no sense in bringing the whole thing over here.
Let's see. Jamie said, I cook hot dogs till they explode in the chili. If no chili, I like them blistered at least. Wow. Oh, so you make a pot of chili, then put the hot dogs in there? Never
She's making her own beanie weenies? Or no, what was that? No, you can buy it, I thought, that away.
Oh, really?
With the chili and the hot dogs already in it, in the container,
wow.
I thought.
Shauna said, I like doing hot dog fries, then more surface. Yeah, we did that this week. I actually made chili hot dog fries.
Yeah,
so
I made chili cheese for me.
Yeah, so I made the Shauna's hot dog fries and then topped it with some chili and mustard. And then he did cheese on his. And it was really good that way. It was like having chili fries.
You don't need the fork?
No, I don't think so.
We'll just throw it then.
Okay, yeah. That's what you do. But I really enjoyed those chili fries, the hot dog fries. They're really good like that. Let's see. Jujube said, I'm okay, guys. Cardiologist wants to do some tests next week to make sure it's not pericarditis. Oh wow. No.
This stuff's really good dipped in the avocado.
Now, to me, this is like comfort food. Right? This is like...
It's like Super Bowl food.
Right, I was going to say, isn't there some game coming up?
I don't know.
Yeah, this would be perfect for the Super Bowl. Just do a whole bunch of these. Like, you see that package made... There's about 40, because I had 20, and he had a little more than 20. I think 22 of these dogs. So, look, that's 42 of these that you can make, like, for the football. What's the thing called again?
Super Bowl?
Super Bowl. See how much I watch. And that would be a great little side item to serve. Serve it with some guacamole, some queso, the little dip we made. Any of that would go great with it. And nobody would know this is carnivore. I mean, yeah, it's keto, but it's also carnivore. So that would be perfect to serve on that day. What?
There's a little tomato burst in my mouth.
Oh, wow. Renee says she likes the Proshik's little sausage in the air fryer.
The little or the little links?
Yeah, because we got the little links, and those are really good. They're perfect. The Proshik's ones.
I was eating those almost every day, but she's wanting the regular breakfast sausage patties. And I'm like, well, if I gotta cook hers, I already have the skillet going, so why not go ahead and just cook me some too?
Jude said, I got that. You're not going to die this weekend at the ER.
Nice.
And call a cardiologist, so I'll muscle through it. Oh, I'm sorry. That's frustrating. Especially when they're like, oh, just next week we'll see you. Oh, I hope you get to feeling better. Brian said, I really like those Sam's beef sausages crisped up in the air fryer. That sounds good too. Oh, so they think it's just related to your lupus? That's horrible. I'm sorry. That's so frustrating. I wish there was something we could do. Renee said, I put the long sausages from Costco in the air fryer. Can't eat them unless they're done like that. And I think that's the reason, like, when he buys the projects, I mean, they are good like that, but I do like them a little crispier.
Okay.
Than the 10 minutes you put them on. Yeah, Jajib, that's Renee. Is haters gonna hate? Jamie said, well, that's reassuring. Hope the flu clears up fast, right? Oh, that's right, because Renee's dog has Jolly. He's got lupus too.
Right.
Aww. Jude said, I think this is just a post-surgery lupus flare, but when you have chest pains and cannot breathe, you have to go in. Well, yeah, you need to go in. You got to make sure. Renee said, I want if it's below 76, and it was 32 this morning. Yeah, you were crying.
Yeah.
But then you couldn't cry too much because then it would just freeze. Jamie said, that's messed up. Degrees should always be plural. Because Juju said she was at 1 degree, right? I think, yeah, 1 degree today. Wow. Nicole said, I went to work at 4:45 this morning and it was 36 degrees. Wow.
That's crazy talk.
Matrey said, I put jalapenos with hot cocoa. I would, but jalapenos with hot cocoa, yuck. I'll do them next week with the Delta Press.
Oh.
And she's saying you can't do jalapenos as the side when she's having hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Jajib said, yep, I've had pleurisy before, but never ever lasted more than overnight. Oh, no. Renee said, oh, but cayenne with hot cocoa. Ooh, that would be good. Let's see here.
Because didn't you buy that little stir stick, that little wooden thing, and wasn't it from Mexican hot chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
And that was before keto.
No.
Those tomatoes are amazing.
Mm-hmm. I love the tomato. Like, why do we ever eat the tomatoes raw?
Plain?
Is it raw? Uncooked? They're really good cooked.
Yeah. I've never had that at home before.
Mm-mm.
And I really like it dipped in the avocado.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Jajib said, I'm over here like, things went great. I'm recovering amazing. I know. I had good to eat. Hubs was nice to me and the kids all go along stronger every day. And my body's still revolting. Aww.
Well, but see, that was with me and my MS. I thought I was doing great with my keto journey. And then that hit me. I was like, what? The hits just keep coming.
Well, but you know, in a way, it's good because everything else was going really well. You needed that. You needed everything to go well for you so that then when this has happened, you can handle it and be able to focus on just that instead of, oh, you have all these other things crashing down, you know?
Right.
That's good. Renee said, Sam's has big blocks of mott's and self-check. Just saying.
Right? That is pretty cool about that self-check.
I know. I love the self-check. That's the best. Maitreya said, powdered and dried and pinch highlights, but the meaty and fruitiness of the fresh stuffed pepper, no. You're true. That's very true. You're so good at pairing things. Paul said, ever since all the Sam's closed up here, it's like I'm missing out on life. We have one Costco, but I always like the meat selections at Sam's. Oh, really? I've always enjoyed the meat selection at our Costco better.
Especially the steaks.
Yeah, but I do find that Sam's, like, they have the chorizo you like, and then
my
that
range.
smoked Gouda.
That one too. Yeah, it was Chris Bear that told me about the smoked Gouda. That one's good. And then we get the Chef Shammy's butter there.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I had to order it off of Amazon. The only way I could find it around, and then nobody else around here carried it.
Well, again, Paul, I think you just need to move to Texas, maybe even Rockport. Just saying. Let's see, Jamie said they didn't have the Kirkland canned dog food last time I went. Looked it up, and they seem to be discontinued. Oh no. Wow. I can't seem to find a reliable brand of wet food. Who said that? Jamie, how far are you to Dallas? Because who I use for Delilah, it comes out to roughly $2 a pound. They do delivery once a month. If you're interested in that, let me know and I can send you the link to who I use. And they do once a month deliveries. And I know they do it around the Dallas area.
It's kind of weird though. You got to meet a truck in a parking lot. That kind of threw me off at first until I saw the crowd and the type of people that were there. I'm like, okay, this is legit. These are like your, suburbanite. It's not something like, it's something that fell off a truck.
Okay. Renee said she loves the meats at Sam's, but wished Costco was closer.
Right.
I know, I do too. Brian said, if only Shelly knew a cabinet maker carpenter that could utilize their skills to make her a step stool to get what she wants. I know, right?
I have her a ladder.
But you know what? Honestly, Brian, I don't need that because I've got a Heath. There's the tool. I've got the tool I need. Juju said, I'm doing a pantry challenge at my house. $40 a month for fresh groceries, but kids need to eat the pantry down and me out freezers are so overfull. Well, there you go. That's an awesome idea. That's great. And then that's a way to really get creative and then show the kids, hey, this is how you figure out how to eat on what you have.
Yes.
And she said $10 a week should cover kids' milk and bread and my cream for coffee. That's a good deal. And then Nicole said, I'm still eating my food from my $20 BB&E challenge. Going strong. That's awesome, Nicole. Yeah, that was a great haul. Jajib said, I want a long hot soak too, but I'm still not allowed to soak my knee. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, how much longer do you have to wait on that? Renee said, in a hot bath will speed any infection and spike heart rate. Oh, that's true. Jajib said, I know, I follow the rules. I wish I could, but not yet. Trey said, no, different store. Go back and forth. Mary said, I made a chocolate mug cake from Wholesome Yum. It only had 3 tablespoons almond flour, 3/4 ounce baker's chocolate, and 1 egg. Used the allulose monk fruit blend sweetener. Made 4 servings. Wow, that sounds awesome, Mary. I wonder if you could. I bet we could leave off the sweetener. So I wonder if I could do something like that and just kind of leave the sweetener off. Would that work?
What is it again? I missed it. I went to go get me a soda.
So Mary made a mud cake. And what she did was she used almond flour, but I would just substitute it with pork panko, baker's chocolate, and an egg.
Oh.
And it made a mud cake. That sounds really good.
It does.
Renee said, I tried, but I could come across as overbearing. Renee? Overbearing?
I don't think so.
The Jew said, ice is probably better as inflammation, but I got some relief on my shoulder, chest with my weighted heated massage heating pad. Oh, nice. Aw. Shauna said, Renee, she means you're not preaching. She wants all the info, right? Let's see. Okay, Paul said, I haven't seen a word that long. Murmurs in French. Right? It really is long. It's like
what was
50 letters. Like, Hey, read this word that's longer than all the other words in the sentence.
I can barely read English. You want me to read French? That one?
Yeah.
It's Viot Safario. What?
I don't know how to say it either.
Type that into the chat so they can see exactly what you're looking at.
Okay. Woo. Oh, man.
But when you do that, it says I'm typing it.
Well, yeah. So now Heath is typing, everybody. I agree. Okay. And then, what are these? Oh.
Did you get your sausage back?
Yeah, I did. And then Renee said, ER and many floor nurses kill me. If there's inflammation or infection, never heat. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, okay. Shauna said hers wasn't scrolling well, but it's working fine. Oh, that's good. Paul said, chat's working fine here too, Shauna. I did have to refresh after I first came in, but all good after that. Oh, that's good, y'all. I think sometimes it just does that. Paul said, hey, we're just Italian. That's the way we talk. It's normal voice volume. And let's see here. I know. Renee said, I can't believe so many greats are going so fast in this new year. Right? I know. It's so sad. Let's see. And then Paul said, Meatloaf died today. Yeah. I was shocked on that one. I know.
Well, were you like 74 though, I think?
I think so.
I mean, to me, I don't know if I'm wrong or not, that seems like a long life. And he's done a lot. The bacon.
You're burning.
We want toasty bacon.
Maybe more than toasty.
Toast you.
Let's see. Nicole said, I still haven't recovered from Anthony Bourdain, Prince, and Chris Cornell. Right? I know, the Anthony Bourdain one. Oh, that was so hard. I was so sad when I heard about his. And the others too, but I really loved Anthony Bourdain.
Yes.
So are they black?
No. Look, they're still kind of snotty. You see if I can get it in the shot. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Maybe they're about where you like them, though.
Yes.
I figured, there's only 2 left. Why not? I'm getting full. What are we having for dessert?
No sweetener. I'm having this.
That's fine.
Older Pennsylvania said, I'm a firm believer that if someone comes to your mind for no apparent reason, you need to call. Something's going on.
Right?
Right, exactly. Shauna said, laugh out loud the pose. I literally laughed out loud. Nicole said, one of my favorite comedians that passed was Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah, he was really good.
Oh, Debbie said, gotta go. Talk to y'all later. Have a great weekend. You too, purple lady. Have a great weekend too. Jajube said, I was told the seasoned salt tastes like the Oriental ramen noodle seasoning. You think so? You ate that a lot more than I did.
It kind of does.
Okay, that's cool.
But see, it did kind of crisp up, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. And Shai's asking Renee about BioFreeze, and Older Pennsylvania said, I think you have enough of those to send some through my screen. Okay, I'm sending it. Tell me if you got it, what you think. Wouldn't that be cool if it did work that way? Right? Think of how much you could save on shipping. Reichwood said, they have an enchilada, though they didn't call it that. It has meat, green olives, hard-boiled eggs in it. Well, the Venezuelan food. They do use, I think, more olives and hard-boiled eggs. I pull off the masa and eat the inside. They know I eat keto and think it's funny. That's cute. Okay, so meat. What kind of meat? Is it mostly beef, or do they use, like, more pork? And then green olives and hard-boiled eggs. That's interesting combo to me.
I'm not a fan of olives, though.
Yeah, he hates olives. I've always enjoyed olives. I don't mind them.
But you didn't like them on her pizza.
Oh, no. Jadid said the hole is to hang them, I believe.
Well, okay, but why am I hanging them? What do I do with it? Once they're hung.
Like to hang them for what? Like to dry or just to keep them out of the way? Yeah, the little metal things. Maitreya said, Maitreya, why do I do that? Renee says, Biofreeze is great. We use it at work and many clinics do. I use Tiger Balm and also Voltaren gel is now available without prescription. Walmart brand works just as well for half the price. Oh, that's good to know. Jamie said, oh geez, I got an acacia wood platter and had a ribeye tonight and totally forgot to try it. Oh.
The only thing I'm kind of leery of doing is eating, because I love steak and eggs. But I like mine sunny side up, and I don't want all the juice on here from the egg. I don't think it'd do well.
I think it'd do fine. It does well with all the steak juice.
Yeah, I don't know. Just kind of weirds me out.
Tell them it's fine to put egg yolk on these plates, right, Renee? Would y'all do that? Would you be okay with that? And you're going to eat some of this bacon, right?
Yeah, of course I am. It's bacon.
Okay, and then Renee, Shauna said, okay, truth be told, falling is one of my greatest fears, so skydiving is a fear in action, and I just don't want to get over it that way.
Right.
Oh, that's very true. Yeah, if you are afraid of falling, you definitely don't want to go skydiving. Reichwood said, I think the metal hole on your wooden dish is for hanging them up.
Okay, I'll hang them up. And then what?
For storage, I guess. Like, if you put, like, a pole in the wall, then you can hang them there to store.
Guess.
That'd be my guess.
Which one you want?
I don't care. Oh, yeah, Renee said burnt Spam.
No.
And then Renee said that's the only thing she can figure out is that they're for hanging.
I'm not that country.
And Shauna said, and all those burnt things need extra mustard. Mm-hmm. That sounds good. Jajib said, I like my Voltaren at my girlfriend's house 3 hours away. Oh,
aww.
No. I might need to go get more. I do have Arnica gel, though. Wonder if that would work. Jamie said, can't. I ate it about 3 p.m. I'm going to eat it, don't tweet it kind of girl. Paul said, speaking of chili, has anyone done the 2KK recipe in an Instapot? No. I never made chili in my life and clueless on how to do it in there time-wise. We have a recipe doing chili in the Instapot.
And I do Texas chili.
Yeah, we do the Texas chili, but you could follow our recipe for how to do it in the Instant Pot. It would probably work exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why it wouldn't. So just somebody put our chili recipe in there, Shauna or Renee, and there's the Instant Pot recipe for it. I always do it in the Instant Pot. Even the green chili I did in the Instant Pot. It's just so easy to me, especially when you're doing stuff like chili and stew. You just put it in there and then set it and forget it, basically.
We love the Instant Pot so much, we even got rid of our crock pots. We had 2 crock pots, actually 3 of them, and we sold them all. And we just used the Instant Pot instead.
Oh, wow. Let's see. Renee said, I made some last night, but stovetop and used the Ketochow tomato basil and Heath's chili seasoning, and it looks so good.
They're good.
Oh, Nicole said she's made chili in the IP before, but not the 2KK. Awesome. Paul says he's trying to learn the IP way. Renee said, bought some more old folks sausage. You're going to make some holiday sauce for Yummo breakfast. Ooh, that sounds good.
A little caveat about that Instant Pot, though. Because we got ours pretty early on. Before the phase really, the fad really hit. And we tried teaching her mother and converting her towards it. And we noticed. And then I'm also in a couple of the Instant Pot Facebook groups. A lot of people have this problem, and her mother has it with hers. The newer models have a burn notice function on theirs. If you don't layer the stuff just right with enough liquid, it'll give you a burn notice, and it'll actually shut down the cooking. So you're just going to have to watch it and see what you do with it. Because with ours, it's old enough, we don't have those issues. Mm-hmm. And I noticed too, I think somebody posted the other day a picture of theirs. They have a bunch more buttons on theirs now too than we have on ours. And now they even have an air fryer lid for it as well.
Yeah, and they also, I thought, a sous vide one.
Yeah.
I know. They're like doing everything.
And they even have they what now? They also have a crock pot version too. I don't know. Or it's a slow cooker function model.
I'm like,
and it looks like the old oval-shaped crock pots.
I'm like, that defeats the purpose. I got an Instant Pot to replace the crock pot.
Because I even do my hard-boiled eggs in my Instant Pot, and it's so easy.
But I was saying they're like, you know how Ninja keeps creating stuff that does everything?
Yeah.
Instant Pot, that brand does the same thing.
Right.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Renee told Paul, Heath has an IP chili recipe. Sharon said, Heath, the gammon on your wooden plate is there if you want to hang it up on display.
Oh.
See, there you go.
We're going to put it, we're running out of walls. We have so many decorations up already.
Right? Oh, thank you, Renee. She shared the video to Paul.
Thank you.
Renee said, Lava Shauna, he's just helping them go winter dormant quicker. They are shredded from the high winds up till now. Oh, no.
What is it now?
I don't know. Some conversation. Jamie said she does hers for 45 minutes under pressure. Okay, for the chili.
I usually do mine for 90 just to make sure it's done.
Right? Jamie said, I cook beef from raw in the Instant Pot.
We even cook from frozen, too.
Yeah, we'll do the frozen because why not, right?
We'll do it.
Which we did use for the first time. He's, what he got from the Elfster Santa, which is Lisa. I haven't seen her on tonight. No. That little thaw plate. When we had shrimp, I used the thaw plate to thaw the shrimp.
Right.
It worked really well. I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, whenever your little dairy hiatus is over, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a video on that shrimp you made. Because remember, it uses the Ketochow.
Shauna shrimp.
Yeah.
I know.
She did a mix of the pina colada, Ketochow, and the coconut flakes.
Oh my gosh. So all I did, it's Shauna's recipe.
Yeah.
But you just take the Ketochow pina colada and you mix it with the unsweetened shredded coconut. Mix that together, and I do an egg dip, and then I dip it in that, and then do an egg dip, and then dip it in that, so it's double coated, really thick, and then put it in the air fryer, and I think it was like 4 minutes per side, or 4.5 minutes per side, something like that. And they are awesome, y'all.
Yes.
Like, that was so good. And of course, all I did on mine was just put the shredded coconut, but on his, they just got so, I mean, it looked like coconut shrimp from a restaurant.
Yeah. That was amazing.
Yes.
And that's when she made that sauce. That's what that was our dipping sauce.
Well, your dipping sauce.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, so Paul said, okay, thanks, guys. I knew to sear all the meat, just wasn't sure about timing under pressure.
Okay, on the
steaks used.
On the pressure, always do what they call a natural release. You leave it alone once their timer goes off and don't touch it at all. I give mine at least 30 minutes. And I like the time to cook where I'm doing something else and I don't have to rush back to it and just let it go. Because if you do doing it that way makes the meat more tender. If you do the quick release, It's going to spray everywhere, all up in your house too. And it's going to make...
The steam.
Yeah, the steam out of it. It's also going to make the meat less tender.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Mary says, I always chuckle when you say 36 is cold. It's about that today, and I went to town in a hoodie. It's unseasonably warm.
Uh-huh.
It's all what you are used to, I guess. Saw a guy in shorts the other day.
Right. Well, that was us when we got to Alaska the last time. Everybody else was wearing parkas and mittens and stuff. And I'm walking around in my t-shirt and blue jean shorts.
Yes, and that is very true because it is what you're used to. For us, yeah, when it gets to like 30s, we're like, oh my gosh, did we put the water on? What do we do? It's so cold. But that's just...
Because it's usually stupid hot here.
Yeah, we're just used to it always being like 100 degrees. So when it's cold, we're like, what do we do? So, but it is interesting because when we have gone to Canada in the winter, and because I think even when we went to Niagara Falls, it was still, it didn't get that cold, but it was colder than typical.
Right.
I'm trying to remember. It was November, so I guess it was still like in the 40s and 50s there. Let's see. Renee said he does it all from raw in his video. Super easy. Thank you. I love the sausage texture that simmered the Ketochow made. That's great.
Nice.
Jamie said, I love it that way. I mix the juices with tomato, basil, Ketochow, and keep all the lovely fat. Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, Pam's here. I didn't see you pop in. She said, pray you all have a great night. Gotta go. Bye, Pam. Sorry we missed you. Shauna said, at least it's not a white van. Renee said, Julie, I'm going to use some of the chili for a loaded burger.
Oh, that sounds good.
Sounds really good.
One of my favorite things to do after I make a pot of the chili in there is just leave whatever little bit you can't scrape out. You know, there's always a little bit at the bottom. And then turn around and make queso in that.
Mm-hmm.
That is really good, too.
See how much he loves cheese?
Yeah.
Okay, Jamie said, yeah, I'd like to check out Delilah's food. Paying over $2 per pound for freaking Fresh Pet right now. And that stuff has rice and soy. Yeah, so this stuff, send me a message either now or later. And then that way I'll remember. And I'll send you the link because this stuff is just the meat and bones and organs. And what it is you buy it in these 5-pound chubs.
I got it. That's the one we got right now.
Yeah. And you buy it in these 5-pound chubs, and they come frozen, and then you just serve, you have to thaw it out, and then you serve however much you need to your animals. So that's what I liked, is that it was clean, and it's actually cheaper than that Fresh Pet stuff.
And we cut the log in half and just put it in a baggie. And then I just take a spoon and scoop out. We give her 8 ounces, I think. Right?
Yeah.
And I just scoop out and weigh that out. That'll weigh for her. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what it does. It was really cool. I went with her the very first time we did the pickup. And like I said, you're meeting this truck. It's a refrigerator truck that carry it all in. And every customer has their own box with their label on it.
Uh-huh.
So your order's already ready for you. You just grab the box, throw it in your car, and you're good.
Yeah, so he'll just call out the people's names as he's unloading it.
It's really cool.
Let's see.
We have one shelf in our freezer we leave empty just for putting her food in there. And then like a day or two before we need to feed it to her, we just throw it in the fridge to let it thaw.
Yeah, well, about 2 to 3 days.
And I was buying the giant Ziplocs and putting them in that, but it takes up so much room in the fridge and you have to dig down for it. I found the other size bags work better.
Yeah, the gallon.
Yeah.
Renee said it was perfect on a cold, wet night. I might have added more cheese after the pick. Oh, yep. I bet.
I would too.
Yeah, we're done with that.
No, I'm just looking.
Shauna asked if she had any cornbread.
Ha ha ha.
Okay, Shauna said, Vous ate Fari.
Yeah,
A rare black peppercorn variant with some rather unusual sounds in its name. A Older Pennsylvania said Madagascan wild pepper. Yes.
That's what it means? They translated for us?
Well, it said that on the jar too.
Okay.
But yeah. But I just didn't know how to pronounce it.
And these don't have to be refrigerated, so I'll just put them over here.
Renee said the word looks like something a bot would have typed. Right? Shauna said, I may have been watching too much Harry Potter. It looks like a spell or something.
You right? Are you caught up yet?
She's got one more.
Okay.
The person I met and spent time with that died that I really miss is Luke Perry.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, you got to spend time with him?
That's awesome.
Mary said, Mercury is in retrograde. It's like to mess with technology. Computer service desk will be busy with ID 10 card.
Wait, what?
ID 10? You get it?
Yes.
Well,
it's like we used to mess with people when I worked at Home Depot. We would actually take and write, hey, you need to go get the part number over there is BA1100N. And they'd go put it on the shelf and have people go look for it, and they could not find it. Seriously.
Y'all are so bad. But Renee said, I swear I chuckle a little every time I hear Shelly say that away. What's wrong with that away?
I don't know.
Away. That's
she
a word.
loves picking on you about your way you talk.
I know. Well, you do too. 10 eggs.
I never noticed it, so she pointed it out, though.
BS. You would always say eggs.
Not until she told me.
No, it was before Renee. You'd say, how many eggs do I want? If I have a dozen eggs and I take away 2, how many eggs do I have left?
I don't remember doing that before Renee pointed it out. I told her, she's just a bad corrupter.
No. You've always teased me about 10 and eggs. I don't know what's wrong with that. Shauna says she loves green olives stuffed with garlic. That sounds good. I love the green olives either stuffed with feta, blue cheese, or jalapenos.
Don't you still have a jar in there Mom gave us for Christmas? Or you already ate them?
I don't know. I probably do.
Because I love it. Mom bought them for us, knowing I don't like olives. Thanks, Mom.
Those are the best gifts. Here's a gift for y'all when only one of you wants it. That'd be like her also giving us coffee.
Right.
Nicole doesn't like olives either. Well, see, there you go. Brightwood said they prefer beef. They eat lots of steaks, which is fine with me. Right? Raza also makes a wonderful beef tongue, which doesn't look like tongue when she gets finished. Ooh,
nice.
That sounds good. Wow, that's awesome.
That sounds really good.
Well, we need to find like a Venezuelan restaurant.
Oh, I'm sure.
Brian said, time for Karen and I to get our chow time. Y'all have a fantastic and blessed weekend. Stay warm and keto on. You too,
Thanks for tuning
Brian
in.
and Karen. Thanks for stopping. We'll see more pictures tomorrow. Renee said, maybe to hang them from the hooks on your grill so you have them handy when they're ready. Oh, that's an idea too. That might work.
Duh. I'm just going to email them and ask.
Shauna, when? It's already been like 4 months.
Yeah.
Shauna said, years ago, I went to the Garlic Festival in Gilroy, California. Pre-keto, garlic everything.
I bet.
Wow.
It'd be sad if it wasn't, since it's a garlic festival.
That sounds good, though.
Yeah.
I've gone to a strawberry festival because Petite in Texas is like strawberry headquarters, and I went to their festival. Have you ever gone to it? And I've been to the Bluebonnet Festival.
I haven't been to that either.
Oh my God. And the Scarecrow Festival.
That either.
Yeah, those are both in Brenham, I believe. Brenham does
that one barbecue joint.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They do the Blueberry Festival out there.
Oh, wow.
Strawberry and Petite. I love the little towns that they do these, like, little...
Because they don't have nothing else going on. They got to do something.
They're like, okay, this is the year... This is the time of year that all of the people in the community that live off of garlic come together and celebrate all the 50 million ways
Right.
they use garlic, right?
Right.
And like when I went to the Poteet Strawberry, it was strawberry everything, and then they had tons of farmers where you could buy, like, it was as big as this table, flats of strawberries.
Wow.
They were selling, like, cheap too. It was like the whole thing was $10.
Wow.
But then they had strawberry lemonade, strawberry juice, strawberry preserves, and strawberry jam, and
You sound like Forrest Gump.
I'm saying, I felt like Forrest Gump because I'm like, strawberry, like, you're like, strawberry beer? There was strawberry beer. Like, it was strawberry everything. I was like, oh, that's a bit much. Okay. Let's see.
That was really good tonight.
Oh, Paul said, that was so 5 minutes ago. And Sean, that posted again anyways. Paul said, best Californian accent. Hey, Marie Campos is here. Hey, Marie. Nicole said she has 2 Instant Pots.
Oh.
One I use to make my dog's food every week. That's awesome.
Nice. That's a good idea, too. I didn't think about doing that.
What?
Making her food in that.
Well, yeah, of course.
Duh.
Yeah, duh, Heath. Oh, that's awesome. So what do you do for their food? That'd be interesting. Shauna said, wow, saw Heath's pic 2020 till now. He looks like a different man. I know, right? And go look at the one on my page with Louis Anderson. Like, who is that with him? Who's with Louis Anderson? Shauna said, burn notice, no more spy job. Right? I thought of that too, a burn notice. Paul said, my first model is the same as yours, Heath. The second one I have is the air fry lid. Oh, excuse me. And the sous vide setting. Oh, that's cool.
How does that work? Is it worth getting upgrade? Because I know they also, I think, sell a lid for it.
Yeah.
Where you don't have to buy the whole pot, the whole appliance. You just buy the lid.
Oh.
And then that one too, I saw somebody had it. They were asking. They took a picture of it and were asking people, "What is this that came with it?" It's a little plastic disc. And it just looks like it was an extra piece in there. But somebody told her, well, what it is, it's like a landing pad. When you take the lid off, you set it on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw Teresa told Shauna she'd never heard of garlic ice cream until that festival. Remember, we had garlic ice cream in California.
Yeah.
We went to this restaurant. What was it? It was remember, this was in L.A., and it was kind of like vampire themed, remember?
Vaguely.
And we had everything had garlic, of course. And they served garlic ice cream, which was the main reason I wanted to go to the place.
It was kind of
Yeah, I was like,
no,
really? Yeah, we were like, oh, it's all right.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't do it again. But you don't remember us going there with the family, with my family. We all went before a cruise.
Yeah.
But we went there and everything was garlic. And remember, the room was real dark, and so my mom couldn't see anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It
was like a garlic themed restaurant, but they did it kind of like on a vampire kind of thread in it. Yeah. It's in LA, if anybody knows. Okay, Nicole said, my IP does sous vide, dehydrator, and air fry. Wow, that's awesome.
And it's an Instant Pot?
Yeah.
Because what's that one Amanda has, the brand she has?
Ninja.
Hers does that kind of stuff.
Right.
But hers, her lid, like mine, it actually comes off, but hers is hinged. And you can flip it back and forth between the different, there's like 2 different lids for it. They're hinged. I think it's the regular lid, and then it has the air fryer lid on it.
Oh, wow. Raglan said, Heath, my Instant Pot does have the slow cooker on it, but I've had it for years. I kept my slow cookers because there are some things that just go better in a ceramic cooking.
Yeah, and I've also been told that the slow cooker function does not work as well on an Instant Pot because the heating element on the Instant Pot is only on the bottom, whereas on the
slow cooker,
the crock pot is it sits down into the heating element. It's all enveloped. It hugs it, And that's why it cooks differently on that than it does in the slow cooker function in the Instant Pot.
Oh.
That's what I've been told. I've never actually used mine as a slow cooker. I've always just done
ours
it.
has the button too, but we've never used it either. Sabrina said, just put the grandkids to bed. Hey, Sabrina. So just wanted to check in and see what's going on. What was supper tonight?
Another thing of appetizers. We love that. We do that a lot.
I know.
We did bacon-wrapped little Smokies and bacon-wrapped tomatoes. Little grape tomatoes.
Yeah, it was really easy. We got Clover, Dale, little sausages. The only iffy ingredient on it, and it's less than 2%, is some turbinado sugar. So I feel like that's, for little Smokies, as clean as you're probably going to get, other than if you can find the Teton ones.
Yeah.
But we just took those, wrapped about 1/4 of a slice of bacon around it, seasoned it with our newest affiliate, which is Redmond's Life, or Redmond's Salt. We just used their organic salt, which I think is great. Seasoned it with this, put it in the air fryer 400 for 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how crispy you want everything. And it was perfect. The tomatoes wrapped in the bacon as well were really good because the tomatoes, as it cooked, it just kind of like, it almost was like an Italian bomb, right?
Yeah, because you bit into it and you roughed it in your mouth.
Yes, it was really good. It was like a hot tomato sauce. What?
We should have dusted that with that Italian seasoning.
Yeah, but I think again, what would be, I would think, here's my idea, on the bacon wrapped tomatoes, and these were little grape tomatoes, what would take it to the next level, like if you wanted to like really show off at a party, is take the bacon wrapped tomato, after you pull them out, get a little bit of fresh mozzarella, sprinkle that over, like you have your little platter of the bacon wrap, sprinkle the mozzarella, put a little fresh diced up basil, and a little bit of balsamic vinegar over that, and that's like a bruschetta, right?
Yes.
No, caprese. That'd be like a little hot caprese type
that would be
appetizer.
Good.
Wouldn't that be good?
Before you said they were shredded, I was thinking of just a cube of the mozz on it.
Yeah, I was just thinking then each bite would have just a little bit of the cheese, that little bit of basil, and then the little balsamic vinegar. That would go really well.
Right.
But that's me. We'll have to try that again, right?
Bob
said the earlier models slow cooker function is awful, but the newer models it works better. That's good to know. Shauna said she might have to look for a new Instapot and sell her current one.
Oh.
Okay, Jamie said she does 90 minutes for 10 pounds. Take the temp, very well done still.
Yes.
Okay, good. Shauna said, Shauna Shrimp? Who you calling Shrimp?
She talks real tough online.
Oh, yeah. It's Shauna's shrimp du jour. Shrimp of the day?
Yeah.
Jamie said, I like my older IP. Never given me a burn warning ever once.
That's
right?
us too.
I do a short pressure cycle and then natural release on keep warm for several hours when I want to slow cook on it. There you go.
And then what it taught me about the Instant Pot originally, I hadn't seen any of the infomercials or anything like that. Remember, we were over at Whatchamadoodle's house.
Oh, yeah.
And they cooked a pulled pork appetizer for us, and I was like just amazed by this thing. And he was telling me, he's basically went into, what's his name from the Ronco guy, telling me all about it. He just went into salesman mode telling me about it, and we bought one like I think the next weekend.
Right, or went on Amazon. I know, we were like amazed. So we used to be really involved in the foodie scene, and so we'd go to these different foodie events, and we had some really good foodie friends. So we all went to their house to have like a foodie event, right? And he was like, here's this Instant Pot. And I was like, whatever, I've heard people talk about this. I don't believe it, right? Because I'm always so like skeptical.
He did the whole prep, everything, while we're sitting there just BSing with everybody, just hanging out.
Yeah.
And it was like an hour and a half. And he had perfect pulled pork. I was like, sold.
I know. I
need this.
My mind was blown. I was like, no, what witchery is this? How did you get that huge pork butt and it's shredded. Like, this is better than we've done in the smoker. I was like, so, like, no way. No, I just did not believe it. He's like, yeah, it's so cool. Look at this. And he kind of went, like, all Chris Bear on it, right?
Yes.
That's the new saying. He went Chris Bear. Nerd.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, okay, all right. We're going to get one of these things and just see how it is. And then we were just, like, astonished.
And
that's why it's cool to hang out.
With foodies.
Yeah, like with foodies and just with friends and normal. Like, in the keto sphere, when you hang out with other keto people, you learn stuff all the time. And
I've even been told, I've never tried it, but they said you can take the lid, the fully retractable lid, when it comes off, you can actually take that whole thing and put it in your dishwasher top rack and to clean it. I know, right?
Oh, that sounds scary.
And then a lot of people say, too, that the inner ring will start to get the smelling if they don't clean it properly. So you can order extra ones. And these people I've seen, they talk about it, they'll order different colored ones, and they use those certain colors for certain foods when they cook, so that they don't cross-contaminate, they say.
Oh,
But these people also in that Facebook group, yeah, I think it's the Instant Pot Community or something like that. I don't remember the exact name on it. They cook almost everything in their Instant Pot. They'll go on vacation and take that Instant Pot with them to the hotel rooms and stuff. I mean, we did it when we were in the hotel for 4 months, but that's just because it was a 2-burner stove. That's all we had.
Yeah. And we were, like, living in there. If I'm on vacation, I'm on vacation. Yes. I don't want to cook on vacation. Who's with me? Vacation, no cooking.
Because they even post recipes of cooking burgers in it. They'll wrap it in foil and steam or whatever, cook them in the pot.
Now, who's with me? If you're on vacation, no cook, no clean, right?
Right.
Like, it's vacation. I'm not going to be cooking. Ain't cleaning. Nicole said she's wearing her Baja sweater in the house and piles of blankets and probably a few dogs, right? That sounds fun. Shauna said, I'm going to have to put notes on my comments, laugh out loud, then Heath and Shelly would know what they're reading. Yes! Renee said, I had no little bits in my pan. Calphalon Elite. Oh, well, fancy schmancy. Mary said, is it raw food you feed your dog? I've used raw forever for my pets. Just ground up meat, bone, eggs, and shell. I stopped once, and within 3 months, my dog had a horrible rash. I buy commercially. Yeah, we do.
We have a video, too, of us making the food for Delilah. And we used to mix in the raw egg shells into it, too. And she loved it at first. And then all of a sudden, she started turning her nose up to it. So we just stopped.
Yeah, and so then I ordered from this one place, but then they went out of business. So this new place I've been using, they make it, and that's all it is meat, bones, and organs. And I don't know if they add egg to it, but I know it's meat, bones, and organs, and it's gesundheit. And she loves it, like she just chows down, like, and then she knows when it's time for her meal, because she is like just pestering me until I go and feed her. So, like, if I'm working late, heaven forbid if I have to work late, and she's like, it's my dinner time, gesundheit.
And this time change really messed with her, too.
I know. She's like, no. So, yeah, she really loves it, and I feel like it's made a difference, especially if y'all remember last year she really hurt her leg. And so every once in a while, especially if it's rained or if it gets really cold, she'll kind of still lift and pull that leg up. But I really think eating that raw food has helped her a lot better than if she hadn't.
And we quit giving her any chicken. Remember? We stopped giving her chicken.
Yeah, chicken too, right?
Yeah.
Shauna said she had to spell that out, the BA1100N.
Uh-huh. That's why it's done that way.
Rhonda said, gotta go. Bye, Rhonda.
Good night.
Renee said, you need a bang. Oh, no. Don't get them started.
No, I had a rain instead.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Because I think I actually may like the rain better. The flavors are a little bit different. Or I like buying them go back and forth because that's what's cool about the Sam's is their jumbo packs of their Bang and the Rain are the same price. So I just go back and forth.
Renee said, I have some green olives stuffed with blue cheese because Shelly told me to get those when I was at HEB one time on the phone with them. That's right. They're good, aren't they?
No.
Mary said, I was a telephone operator. Oh, how neat. We used to have to answer certain calls with, your number, please. We used to say, your rubber knees. No one caught us.
That's awesome.
Operators are invisible.
That's awesome.
Your rubber knees. Now I'm going to be listening to that.
Back when I used to work for a cattle company, we would use Nextel.
Oh,
and they were, if anybody not familiar, they were a combination of a cell phone and a CB radio, basically.
Yes.
And I had a couple of builders, instead of saying go ahead, they loved saying goat head. That was like they made their day to be able to say that.
Oh my gosh.
Goat head.
Wow.
Right.
I never think to do anything like that. I thought,
Well, plus you're on a recorded call,
yeah,
so you want
we
to do
are.
that?
So yeah, you
yeah.
gotta. And some of these people are like, we're gonna go to corporate. And I'm like, oh goodness.
Call your lawyer.
Oh, I know. That's my favorite. I'm gonna call my lawyer. How many of y'all have a lawyer on standby? Like seriously.
I have 3.
Oh wait. And how many of them are you gonna be like? This company I paid did such and such, and they're telling me I have to pay my premiums.
Right. They're not my lawyer. They're just friends of mine who happens to be lawyers.
I know. Well, I had one guy this week who was like, well, I've got my lawyer on the line with us. The lawyer never stated his name or anything like that, but I play with them. I'm like, okay, so your lawyer knows that for anything it has to be in writing. So I'm sure he's already aware of that and will counsel you on that. I'm like, please.
You did? That's awesome.
Well, yeah, and the lawyer never even spoke up. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sure your lawyer's still on the phone because he could just hang around for free on this call. I'm like,
and these are the same people that won't pay their bill on time. But they have their lawyer on standby who charges them by the phone call?
Right. You can't come up with $50 for the premiums you owe, but you've got your attorney. Like, whatever, people. I'm just like, okay.
They charge you for leaving a message on their answering machine.
I know. I'm like, no. Come on. Don't.
People are so funny.
I know. I'm like, as soon as they start saying, I'm going to get my attorney. I'm like, okay, one, if anybody still uses that phrase when you're calling a company and you're mad at them, I'm going to get an attorney, I promise you that means nothing to us, and that gets you nowhere. If anything, it just makes us laugh at you and go, fine, go ahead and get your attorney. That's why you get put on hold
so that you can laugh.
I know, because I'm like, okay, well, and I told that same guy, I said, and your attorney knows that we have a policy that's in writing, and so it has in there that per the contract, when you read and make your first payment, you are agreeing to this contract. So just show him that page 1 of your policy, and I'm sure he can explain what that means to you.
Fantastic.
I know. I'm like, come on, you're not going to get one on us. And he's like, okay, well, my attorney's listening. Oh, okay, sir. And then Renee said she don't want to eat anything that lick her back.
It's dead. It can't lick you back.
Shauna said, I just don't want food that could taste me back. Well, he probably said he tastes like chicken. Renee said, oh, we have a bacon fest here at Rockport?
Let's go.
When and where? Shauna says, Oxnard, California has Strawberry Festival. Best spinach strawberry blue cheese salad. Oh, wow, that sounds amazing. Mm-mm. Mary said, I grow all my own garlic. Our area is famous for Russian red garlic. Oh.
That's amazing.
What is a Russian red garlic? I want to know. And how is that different than, I guess, we just get white garlic? I don't know. I've had black garlic before, which is really good.
Isn't that one of the hot sauces in a black garlic hot sauce?
Yeah. But Russian red, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it does.
Renee says, in a watermelon fest in Luling, right? And they have their oblong water tower painted as a huge watermelon.
Right. I've seen that, I think. Yeah.
Reichman says, strawberry wine. Made some one time. Very good. That's right. Strawberry wine. And that's a song, too.
Right.
Renee said, Heath or Maitreya, how many habaneros should I put in a marinade sauce for my skirt steak? It's 2.5 pounds of meat.
2.5? Habanero?
Okay, do you want to cry, or do you just want the heat and the flavor?
It's Renee. She wants to cry.
I would personally, if it's 2.5 pounds of meat, I would probably do 5 habaneros.
Yeah, that's probably right.
She said, I bought 4 to be safe. Well, then you might be out. And I put a whole bunch of cilantro in it. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Marie said the air fryer lid only fits certain models.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Nicole said for the dog's food, she cooks split chicken breast under pressure, shreds it up, save the bones, and make a broth in the IP and cook them with rice and veggies. Oh, that's really handy.
Wow.
Wow, I bet they love that. No wonder Moxie's doing so well if you're feeding her that. That's perfect. Shauna said, why didn't you ask me how many habaneros, Renee? And she said, because you'd say 0.
Right.
Nicole said, I also saved eggshells, grind them up, and sprinkle on their food.
We were trying that, but she just started turning her nose up to it.
Yeah, she didn't like the meat. I guess we just didn't do enough variety in it. Maitreya said, yep, the nonstick Instant Pot liner helps the slow cook function. Oh. Okay. Jamie said, I know they make onion ice cream at the Noonday Festival, but at least those are sweet onions.
Right.
I don't know. Still onion ice cream? So should we use the Ketochow taco and make it ice cream? Have taco ice cream?
Nah.
Anybody want to do that?
No.
Has anybody tried that? Taco ice cream. The tomato basil would do a good ice cream, though.
Maybe.
Put a little balsamic vinegar in with it as a mix-in. I think that would end up balsamic vinegar is very sweet.
All right, I believe you.
Hey, Linda's here. She says, hi, y'all. Heath, I like your new look.
Thank you. I did it just for you.
Aw. Linda said, sorry, did you finish eating? What was it? We did. It was quick tonight, y'all. We just took some little smokies. We got some pretty clean ones from Costco by Cloverdale, the uncured little smokies. We wrapped them in bacon, and then...
Way over there. I'll get to lean back.
Then we used the Redmond's real salt, the organic seasoned salt, sprinkled that on there. In the air fryer, 400 for about 10 to 12 minutes, and it was perfect. And they were delicious, and we also took some grape tomatoes, wrapped a little bacon around them, did the same thing, and they were perfect. So great,
Game day.
Game day food, that's right. Let's see. Nicole said, I went to a hot sauce festival before, and they served hot chocolate with Carolina Reaper in it and a brownie with Reapy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. We went to a hot sauce.
Was that here,
in Houston?
Was the same place where we do Taste of the Town up in the Woodlands, I think it was?
Was that where it was?
I think it was.
Was that where the hot
Because Bravado had a booth there, too.
No, it wasn't there. It wasn't at the hotel. Remember, it was outdoors. It was at a parking lot, the hot sauce festival.
Yeah, but wasn't it there in the Woodlands area?
No, it wasn't. I thought it was out west, Houston.
I don't remember, honestly.
But was it the one in Houston, Nicole? Because we went to one, and they had, about 20 booths. Half of them were outside, and then there was a few that were kind of in a covered area.
Like a pavilion kind of looking thing, like you see at a park.
Right. And then we walked through there, and we were already keto, so that did kind of challenge things, because we were like...
A lot of them use sugar, yeah.
Well, sugar, or they would say, oh, here, you want a sample, here's a chip, and we're like, okay, we don't eat chips. And so then we were like, do you have a spoon? Do you have the disposable spoons? And then there was one that because one of our old foodie friends was like, "Oh, you got to go to Mikey V's," but
yeah.
all of their sauces have sugar in it.
Yeah.
So we were like, "Nope, can't have that. It's got sugar."
Right.
So, and then another one that they talked about too, like kept using canola oil.
Right.
I was like, why?
And they were proud of it too.
I know, and I'm like, why would you put canola oil in a hot sauce? Like, to me, it doesn't need any oils added to it.
What I loved about it too is, like I said, they were proud about it, and then they were telling people it was a healthy oil.
Okay. Jamie says, I cook up dog food too, but it's starting to get old. It takes up too much room in the fridge.
Yeah.
Made the pork neck bones most recently for their bone content. Right? And that's what I found too with Delilah's food. Yeah, it was a little cheaper, but it's time consuming.
And then it did take up a lot of room in the freezer too.
Yes. Hey, Joe Ray's here.
Hey.
Welcome, Joe Ray. Sharon said, good night, everyone.
Good
thank
night.
you, Shelly and Heath, for a fun evening.
Oh,
well, thank you, Sharon.
It's timing out. Look at that.
I know it does that. Thank you, Sharon, for making our green chili stew today.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the pictures. And then those of you that are here, we're still doing the Ketochow contest. I think I ended up counting everything. We can have like 7 winners.
And when are we doing this?
20 packets, so probably next Friday. But everybody that
wins,
who shares any recipe that you've done with us, any of our recipes under our recipe videos, or there's a couple of any of our recipes we've done, any video you can link to that we've done, even on a live, if you want to link to it, just tag HungryHeath on Facebook or at the HungryHeath on Instagram, and you get to go in the drawing for the Ketochow. So we're going to keep that up, and then we'll probably be doing this next Friday. But you have till the end of the month. So we'll be still working on that, so everybody still keep sharing and posting and tagging us.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's awesome. Plus, I'm really enjoying seeing what everybody's making. It's so much fun.
It seemed like we really inspired a lot of people with that green chili stew, too.
Oh, I'm so happy. Because that was so easy.
Y'all. It really was.
and plus, it was so delicious.
Yes. We might be doing that again soon, because we have 3 more in the freezer.
Yeah. Jamie said I have about 2 large dogs and 1 medium.
Oh, wow.
So I guess just figure out how much pound-wise you feed them a day, and then that'll help you figure out. Like, I feed Delilah 1 pound a day of food, and so then each chub then is 5 pounds, so it lasts 5 days. So then I figure I end up getting 8 chubs with just 40 pounds, so it goes a little bit over into the next month. Linda said, oh, right, I remember now. Thanks, you're welcome. Mary says, no cook, no clean on vacation. I'm with you. Right? Jamie said, I started to say about 140 pounds of dogs to feed, then switched gears. Oop. Didn't want to move. Oh, where'd it go? Oop, I just love how it does this. Okay. There, I read that one. Okay, Melissa said, I'm with you. I want to relax and do nothing on vacation. We normally stay at Marriott, which has a free breakfast, and eat out for dinner, and either, skip lunch or have leftovers. Exactly. I like doing that too. Like finding a place where you get like a free breakfast, because to me, breakfast is the easiest way to stay keto, especially when you're out, because almost all breakfast will have eggs of some form and usually a bacon or a sausage. What?
Well, unless they're doing like IHOP and mixing the stuff in.
Well, yes, but I'm saying, at most of the free hotel breakfast,
Don't usually have at least a hard-boiled egg.
Yeah, we've been finding that a lot lately too, so that's really good. Joe Ray said, I'm always late, but glad I made it. I'll have to go back and see what you made. Yeah. We made just some basically party food or
game
day where we just took little smokies, wrapped them in bacon, and used the seasoned salt, and it was perfect. It was amazing. And then we did it with tomatoes too, and it was, I honestly like the tomatoes even better. Okay, Sabrina said, see y'all, gotta go get to bed, get some rest because I'll be on the move early tomorrow morning with the grandkids. Aw, that's awesome. Love having them here. Well, thank you for joining us. Enjoy your grandkids. Mary said your dog loves that food because she instinctively knows it's the proper canine diet, the PCD. Nice. I love that.
That's Dr. Barry, that.
Yeah, the PCD. I really think so too. She just loves it. And then what I do too, and this might be a little gross to some people, but as the stuff thaws, some of the juices naturally come out, and I just pour that juice over her food, and she laps it up. She's like, oh my gosh, like that's like even better than I think the crunchy part of the food, right?
Yeah. We've even started doing, what is the thing we do with it's not bone broth, but we take the leftover bones, we cook them down really long time in that Instant Pot, and then once they're almost really, really bitter, or brittle, rather, we run through the Vitamix and make a little mush or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bone gravy, I would call it. So
and then we put that in little containers and we just do a couple of spoons onto her food, and she loves that too.
Yeah, so we just use some of the bone broth, mix it in with those bones, so all the little bones that are real soft.
We need to do a video on that too, I guess.
Yeah, and then we just have that and then put it on her food, and she loves that. And it's just like, I just call it bone gravy.
And it's kind of noisy when we first start up the Vitamix in it, because it's chewing up all those bones. But you have, because you bought that before we got together, but you said there's two containers for it, but one of them you said is better for the bones.
The tall one is made for the high volume or high things. The shorter one is supposed to be like if you're trying to do powders.
Yeah, because I do it whenever I dehydrate the peppers when we do the Texas 5 spice. I use the smaller one. Instead of doing it through a pepper grinder or whatever, I do it through the Vitamix, and it's so much easier.
Yeah.
And then what's even better after that, and then that same one, after I empty all that out, all that I can, then I make a batch of barbecue sauce in it.
Yeah,
that cleans that out.
Yeah, but it's like the Vitamix, the blades are different.
Yeah.
So on the shorter one, it's supposed to be like for people who make their own almond flour and different things like that.
We thought about doing that before we figured out I was allergic.
Yeah, but you use that blade, but the taller one, it has a different blade that's made for like crushing and all like high-powered stuff.
It works out pretty good though. I'm a big fan of the Vitamix.
Yeah, I love it too. Jamie said, Tim says, goat head.
Right?
Shauna said, I worked for a Three Stooges catalog. We had to answer the phone. Certainly, Stooges, how can I help you? Nook, nick, nick, nick. That's just too much.
That's awesome.
Renee said, I have a big-time lawyer on standby, but he's also a running buddy. He's helped me a ton. I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
But do you call people and say, look, I know I'm 5 months behind my bill, but I got my lawyer on standby? Jen said, my favorite customer service experience is when one of my clients tries to say, I never told you that, and then I'm able to show the email where, yes, you did tell me that.
Or play back the recorded call.
Right. I know. I actually had one today. Get this. So the girl who transferred me, we're supposed to have the owner. We can only release information to the actual owner of the policy. And she transferred, and she's like, look, I have his aunt on the phone, and she's trying to get information. And I told her I have to have him. And I said, okay, so was he not available or anything? And they're supposed to do some probing. She's like, no, he says he's at work, can't speak to us. I said, okay. So she transfers the call, and I said, hey, how can I help you? And she's like, well, so Troy was just on the phone with the other agent, so he gave authorization for me to talk, and this is what I'm doing.
Because you aren't going to talk to each other?
I know, and I'm like, no, you're not. And I almost said, but I was like, I'm not going to go there. But I almost said, oh, well, let me pull up that recording then. And then as long as I hear him on the phone with her verifying that I can help you, I'm like, you're just flat out lying to me, lady. Like, you think, oh, okay, because you told me. I know.
What the hell? I guess you can give her an E for effort.
Oh, Jamie said her sister-in-law is an attorney. Susan A. Attorney. I can't believe I even fell for that. Mary said, Americans have lawyers on speed dial because y'all can sue so easy. Not easy to bring lawsuits in Canada's. Lawyers much hungrier. But, honestly, it isn't that easy to
really
sue.
Not. People think it is, but it's not.
They think it is. But it really isn't, and it's just, people think if they tell somebody, oh, I've got a lawyer, that somehow that scares us.
The only time it's ever really helped me, personally, is the time we got in a wreck. One of her friends was able to help us in
that
claim,
situation, yeah.
Claim. And then I have a poker buddy who's a lawyer, has his own firm. Actually, him and another partner, buddy of mine, are partners. They own that firm. And I've had to have them write me a couple of letters. Because they just sent a letter on their letterhead convincing the people to pay me.
Yeah, because you had clients that didn't want to pay you after you did the job.
Yeah, right. And then they helped me that way. They did it pro bono, and then all it cost was them writing a letter. You know? But I pro bono, I still had to buy them a case of beer and take them out to dinner one time.
Right, but a lot cheaper than $125 an hour.
Right.
But
that's the only time it's ever really helped me knowing an attorney.
I know, but I would never handle it. And my thing is, most of these things, attorneys aren't going to help you pay your bills.
Right.
They're not going to help, even when they tell me, like, on a claim, and a claim's taking a while, long story. But they're like, oh, well, I'm going to get an attorney. And I'm like, okay, by the time you go through and find an attorney that'll take your case, because remember your sister thought she had a case and she called like a dozen attorneys and they all said, no, it's not enough for us to deal with.
Right.
And so she could never do anything. So that's number one. Right. To even find an attorney that's going to take it, any case that's under $10,000, they're not going to take it.
That's what small claims is for. Right.
And that's what they basically tell you is if you're not going to get at least $10,000 that you're going after, you can't get an attorney. So if you even find an attorney, that takes forever. And then for them, the timing on it, I mean, like when we went through the wreck, it was over a year before that finally got finalized. Yep. It's not a quick process. So when these people are telling me, like on the claim, well, I'm just going to get an attorney. I'm like, go right ahead. We'll probably have the claim done before your attorney even files it in the courts.
Right.
I mean, there's timing, but a lot of times people just think everything should have been done yesterday. Like, I had one guy that was mad because he didn't want to wait the 15 days for the claim to process. I'm like, well, that's the timing. That's how it is. You don't get yesterday, you know?
Right.
It's just funny. People just have sometimes unrealistic expectations.
They have no idea how the world actually works.
Right. Marie said, I totally laugh in my mind when customers give the attorney lawyer. Yeah, see? Exactly. When they say that, you're just like, okay, sure. Like, and does that make you do anything different? Are you like, oh, since you said an attorney, hold your horses. Hold on. Oh, I'm getting the CEO on the phone because you said you're getting an attorney. Oh my gosh. I can't believe you said that. Hold on, sir. Hold on. I'm getting the CEO right now. Like, what did they think? I just don't understand the thought process.
So wild.
Joe Ray, per my previous email, right? Jamie said it's true. My brother did not have sons named Ernie and Bernie, nor did he name a daughter Twisty, like he always joked. Twisty Turny. But Twisty would have been hilarious, though. Okay, Mary said Russian red has red skin. It's large and extra flavorful. I planted in the fall. You know, spring is coming when you see the garlic poke through the snow. Wow. Oh, wow. I wonder if there's a way we can find that down here. That sounds amazing.
It does.
Okay.
Love our garlic.
Shauna said, I think someone did make tomato basil Ketochow ice cream. See? Joe Ray said, taco ice cream. That sounds like a waste of Ketochow.
All right.
Reichman said, Carrie keeps talking about tomato ice cream. I mean, tomato is a fruit, so that makes sense to me. Jamie said, tomato basil might be good in a cream cheese base. Oh, that would be good that way. Marie said, check Ketochow's Instagram from yesterday. I took a creamy pint of my creamy tomato basil ice cream with balsamic vinegar reduction for them to try. See? I was right.
Good for you.
See? And it was amazing, wasn't it, Marie? It was amazing, right? See? I knew somebody.
So that means we're going to buy a creamy now so we make that?
No.
So amazing, but we're not getting it.
I can't have sweetener. No sweeteners.
Forever?
Well, at least for a couple more weeks.
It'll be here in time then. It'll be like a celebratory thing.
Shauna said it's almost the end of the month already. I'm saying it is. Shauna said, stepping away for a minute. Well, hurry back. You're probably back by now. Linda said, sorry, y'all. Love cooking on vacation. Oh, really? What do you cook? And, like, do you bring your own, appliances to cook? Or do you find, like, an Airbnb? What do you do? Joe Ray said, that sounds like a great idea, Older Pennsylvania. What'd she say? I made a white chicken chili with a taco, and it was amazing. Wow. Just add the Ketochow mixed in with a little sour cream and heavy cream after browning the chicken. Oh, that does sound good. That's Older Pennsylvania came up with that. It sounds really good. Renee said, I use the tomato basil to make frittatas and mix it to meats for gravy, too. And the southern tomato gravy to go over Ketochow biscuits is amazing. Yes, that's right. I forgot about tomato gravy, remember?
Yeah.
Reichwood said, I need to sign off for the night. Aw, good night. The dogs have been sitting here staring at me, so time to go. Have a good weekend. Well, you too. Thanks for joining us. I don't know why it does that, because I'm so far behind. Okay, there it goes. Older Pennsylvania said, you don't need to bake it. Just put the cheese on top when it's still hot, and when cooled, a little pop a lid on, put it in the fridge. It sets up and be cut into blocks. That sounds good. Oh, Mary said, thank you for another fun Friday. I'm off to watch Ghost Stories. Oh, and eat mud cake. Have a lovely weekend. Well, you too, Mary. Thanks for stopping in. Marie said, that made me think of Jack and the Beanstalk. I'll grind your bones to make my bread.
Right.
Renee said, has anyone seen the previews for the newest Jackass movie?
No.
Coming February 4th. My PT side is like, these guys are going to break a hip. They probably already have. Don't you imagine?
I'm surprised they're still alive. Man, I'm fading.
Uh-oh. Okay. I'm almost caught up, I think. Okay. Older Pennsylvania said, my sister and I had trouble with Conseco, a long-term care insurance, both for my mom and dad. They did not want to pay out after they passed. Oh no, my company had a benefit. We could have a free consult. They told me what to say, and in both cases we had the checks within about 3 days. Oh wow, that's awesome.
All right.
That's good. Renee said, I've never thrown I have an attorney card. It's just helped me when my stepmother got ugly when dad died and some car accident issues when I got hit. Right. I mean, I'm not saying that there's not a place for attorneys. There is. It's just sometimes people just everything like, okay, your policy's going to lapse because you haven't paid in literally 4 months. And they're like, well, I'm just going to get an attorney. And I'm like, how is that going to help you? You can't come up with a 4-month payment today. How is your attorney going to help with that? Or when they're mad because the plan provision is whoever is the owner of the policy has to speak to us, and they're mad because, well, I've been paying on it, so therefore I should be able to talk. It doesn't matter that you've been paying. You're not the owner. I mean, that's nice to the owner that you paid their bill, but it was their bill, and we have to talk to them. Well, I'm going to get an attorney. Oh, okay. And he'll tell you the same thing. He'll look over the policy information and be like, oh, okay, yeah, they have to talk to this person.
Right? Sit down, shut up.
Let's see. And then Shauna said, I was rear-ended once. It wasn't bad, but went to Cairo, told my auto insurance guy, just wanted doctor's appointments covered. I'm 3 weeks later out of state. Later found out I had $5,000 waiting in the bank for me. Oh. Wow, that's really nice.
Wow.
That's nice.
I need another month like that.
Right? Renee said, unrealistic expectation. New patient, day 2, asking me why I'm coming at her so soon for so much therapy. I just got here yesterday. Ma'am, you are a patient at an intensive rehab hospital. Right? Like, it's called intensive rehab. Like, this, what did you think would happen, right?
Sit there and take a siesta.
I know. People are so funny. Linda said, after an accident, I had a claims adjuster tell me I was upset about the accident more because I was a middle-aged woman. Oh my gosh. I hope you went after them.
Jeez.
No, I did not. I didn't drink his rain. I drank this liquid death, Renee. But, yeah, when we got in the car accident, it was a really bad accident.
You broke her arm?
Yeah, I broke my arm. I mean, it did cause problems to your knee. They just weren't broken. But this woman just what is it called? Blindsided?
Yeah.
Blindsided us. And, I mean, the car was totaled, right?
Yeah, they totaled my truck.
Totaled the truck. We were in his truck, y'all. And, I mean, it just happened so fast. And then my arm was broken. And it was just a huge deal. And at least it was just that. I mean, considering it was a bad accident and we were hit from the side at, like, full force from this person.
And it was a 6-lane road with a median in the middle. And she was trying to cross all the way over and hit me on the driver's side front side and messed up the truck.
Yeah, just...
And the only reason why her arm got broke is the airbag deployed.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it was such a force when she hit us.
She was playing on her phone, which is fine. She's a passenger. That should be okay. And that's why her arm was like right there in the wrong, like the perfect spot for the airbag to hit.
Well, maybe. Well, because the side airbag, because she hit us so hard, like, I remember I looked up and I said something like, oh shit, or something, and everything went off, and it just, like, crushed me like this.
Because she was speeding to try and get across traffic.
Yeah.
But she didn't make sure she was cleared across.
Yes. And so it, like, jarred and broke my wrist right here, and then I never been in a car accident, and all of, when the airbags deployed, all of the smoke was in the car, and I started where I couldn't breathe, and I was like, I gotta get out of this car. And then I opened, and then remember you said the worst part is, like, her friend or somebody stopped and was laughing about the whole thing. Yeah. And he was like, my wife is hurt, and you're laughing?
I was fighting mad.
Yeah, he was really mad. And then what really sealed the deal is this girl, because she was only like 22 or something, she'd already, 22, or maybe she's 21, she'd already been in 6 accidents and admitted to us there. She's like, oh my gosh, this is my 7th car accident. A 7? Like, who is still driving after that many car accidents?
But 7? Her daddy showed up and gave her the riot act on it.
Yeah, he was like, I can't believe you did this, and in my new Mercedes, and some shit like that. I was like, oh, goodness. So that was a huge ordeal. And then what was bad at the time, y'all, this is another reason why I'm so glad I've reversed my diabetes. Because at the time, I was a horrible diabetic. I honestly did not care. I was like, diabetes is just something people get, and I'm not going to do anything with it.
You got a touch of the diabetes?
Right, I got a touch of sugar.
Yeah.
And I never did anything. I didn't take any medicine. I certainly was not going to put needles in me for insulin. I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
We never watched what we ate.
Yeah, we just ate what we wanted. And so my blood sugar was just out of control. So the hospitals and doctors didn't want to treat me because I was a diabetic. They were like, oh, we don't want to take, like one doctor actually said, no, I'm not going to do surgery on her arm because she's a diabetic. I'm like, what? I've never had problems healing from like anything before. And, I've had all kinds of colonoscopies and everything else with my ulcerative colitis. And he is like, no, I won't. And so he found a doctor that would do the surgery, but then it was then trying to find a hospital that would even treat me because I was a diabetic. I was like, I've never heard of this. Like, I was so surprised. And then when we found a hospital, what they said was, okay, in order for you to have surgery here at the hospital, because you're a diabetic, you're going to have to stay in the hospital for 5 days before the surgery so that you get pumped through insulin every day to where your blood sugars are within normal range so we can do the surgery.
Wow.
And remember, I had to stay in the hospital. And then this is what's funny, because then at the time, I was kind of toying with low carb, because we kind of read about it. And I was like, well, maybe we should go low carb. And then the dietitian at the hospital came and talked to me. And she's like, okay, here's your diabetic meal plan. So you need about 150, 200 carbs a day. And I remember asking her at the time, I hadn't done any keto research at all.
Know anything about it. Never even heard of Dr. Berry.
Right. And I said, well, that seems a little high. Shouldn't it be lower than? She goes, no, you need this much carbs. I was like, I do? She goes, yeah. So you can have juice like with breakfast, an apple or an orange with lunch, and then, like toast and a sugar-free Jell-O for dessert for dinner. Like, they had all this, and I'm eating this food, and I'm like, well, it's not really, like, the only thing that's helping my blood sugar is all the insulin they're giving me.
Right.
And then after the surgery, I was healing perfect. And I never, I went to doctors and they were like, you need to make sure you're taking insulin. And I literally just threw it in the closet. I was like, I'm not going to put a needle in me. That's how much I hate needles. I was like, I'm not going to do it. And I healed fine. Like, I never had, what?
You cried a lot.
No, that was before the surgery.
Okay.
Remember?
I just remember you being in pain.
Yeah, because they wouldn't, I had to wait for so long. Yeah. But,
and then when they went to do the surgery, they had a little thing in, not a splint, what's the word?
It looked like a fly swatter, a little metal thing, and they lost it, y'all. That's what I'm saying. This was just like a crazy experience. But when I did that, it even afterwards, I was like, well, I'm not going to use insulin. And I told them, oh yeah, I'm using it. But I healed just fine. I didn't, because they were all like, oh, his diabetics will never heal. They'll be sick. They'll get infections and everything else. I never had any problem. In fact, the doctor, when I'd go in for my checkups, he's like, oh, wow, it's doing great. It's doing really wonderful. Remember? He was like so impressed with how well it was healing. The only thing I'm mad about is he didn't line up my lines. And so now I'm disfigured because it's off-centered, and that really hurts my OCD. So I can't look at my wrist over here because the lines no longer match up, and it bothers me. I feel like he was a subbarb surgeon.
I love you.
Okay, let's see. Melissa said, I work for CPS. We have parents talking about only communicating through their attorney, but it's always the people that can't even afford their rent. If they just cooperate, we have resources to help. Exactly. Like, what? How is it when you have, no money, but somehow you think we believe that you can afford an attorney? Like, who are these attorneys? Listen, also, if we remove kids, the courts will appoint an attorney for them, so that doesn't really scare me. Exactly.
Right.
You're like, oh, okay, well, you can use your attorney, or we'll give one to you, you know? It's like, people.
You're probably friends with the one you're gonna
right?
appoint them with.
Shauna said, if you're paying someone else's life insurance, it sounds fishy. And that's exactly why there's provisions in place, because you can't just... but people never want to listen to that part, you know. They're just like, well, I've been paying on it, or they know they're the beneficiary. Well, I can't confirm they are because they're not the owner. And they're like, but I'm the beneficiary, so I should have... I'm like, the beneficiary only comes into play when this person dies. Or have they died? Well, no. And I'm like, then you don't have any right. The beneficiary only becomes activated, right, when they have died. Because that person is still alive, I have to talk to them. I can't make any changes or disclose any of their information without them on the phone. Because I've had people before, they're like, I know I'm the beneficiary. And I'm like, well, that ain't your name I'm seeing. Like, this person didn't name you anymore as the beneficiary. But yeah, I can't say that because of those reasons. Older Pennsylvania said, Prudential, on the other hand, was amazing. When I called to tell them my dad had passed, their agent said he had seen the obit and the check was already being prepared. Wow, that's awesome.
That's amazing.
Prudential's actually was an old client of mine way back when I worked at my other company. And yeah, they were a really good client to work with. I actually got to go to their, do a special project in Connecticut with them at their main office up in Connecticut. That was a lot of fun. That's when I got to go for like a whole week.
Oh, wow.
And I got put up in a nice hotel, and then I got an expense card. I felt so, like...
Bougie,
because they were like, I got a company American Express card, and I was like, oh, and I got a rental car. I was like, what, who is this? Like, am I, like, upper management? I wasn't, but that's how I felt. And then we go out, and at first I'm being, like, conservative with it. I'm like, oh, well, I don't need to have, you know, a drink with my meal. I'll just have, you know, the least expensive meal. And then, like, the second night, we had, like, a company get-together dinner with the people that work up there. And the manager there was like, okay, drinks around for everybody. Let's buy this, this, and this. Put it on the company card. I was like, oh, well, I thought he was like, they never look at that. Order drinks, order it up. Don't feel like you need to watch what you're spending. I was like, oh, really? He was like, yeah. Okay, who else wants a drink? You know, I was like, oh, okay. So every morning it was coffee, a nice coffee shop. And
wow.
Expense. So that was fun. Shauna said, okay, another layer of biofreeze on my neck, bite guard in my mouth. This neck pain headache gotta go. That's right. Tell it you're gone. Joe Ray said, still here doing dishes. Well, oh, that's awesome, Joe Ray.
We need some help with ours, if you don't mind.
She'll be right over. I'm sure she's like, yeah, after cleaning up my family's dishes, I want to do Heath and Shelly's.
What I told people? All right, well, yeah, I'll be over in a minute. If I'm not there in 30 minutes, just wait longer.
Linda said, wow, Shelly, unreal story about the surgery. Isn't that just like, I was just amazed.
Tell them what they do when they reset your arm.
Oh my gosh. So
that was crazy. I was sitting there watching this happen. It was crazy.
I never broken a bone in my body. Like, never had a broken bone. So, you know, most kids end up breaking a bone. Never me. Like, that's how lazy a child I was. I never broke a bone and never had any of that. I was actually kind of proud. I was like, I've never broken a bone. I'm just so awesome, you know? And so when I broke my bone, like, I mean, on my arm, I could see it bulging, like, not the bone itself, but, I mean, like, the skin, like, my wrist.
Something wasn't right.
It was all right in here. So my wrist, there was a few little bones broken there, and then the main bone here had snapped. So my hand was literally just like flopping. And then this had swollen all up, like it was double the size. And that's when I like told Heath, I said, I think my hand's broken. And he was like, oh my gosh, he freaked out. So we went to the hospital, and they're like, okay, we're going to reset the brake. I don't know what this stuff means. But anyways, they were like, okay, we got to set the brake, and then we'll put the brace on. And I said, oh, okay. And Heath is standing there, and he's like, okay, that's cool. And then the lady says, okay, I'm going to give you some pain meds. And I said, well, give me the most you have, because I have a very high tolerance. Like, if I go under anesthesia, I always tell the anesthesiologist, I'm like, you need to give me double what you think you need to give me.
And you just sound like a drug addict.
Because it takes a lot to knock me out. But it does take a lot.
I understand that, but that's how they read it, though.
Right. Well, no, actually, I had an anesthesiologist. I think when I went for surgery, they said, yeah, that is actually common with people who are blonde and blue eye, that they need more anesthesia. Because I've been in the middle of like the colonoscopy, and I'm like, I'm still awake, and they're like, oh shit, we need to give you more. And I'm like, yeah, please put me under. So I told the nurse, I said, I need more than you think. And she's like, oh, I think a 7 is good. And I said,
no, I need a 17.
I said, no, can you do more? And I'm crying because I'm in a lot of pain. And she's like, I said, please just do more drugs. Like, please, I'm in a lot of pain here. And she's like, okay, I think an 8 will do it. And I'm like, is that the most? And she's like, yeah, that's the most you can have. I said, you sure? Remember you were there? And he's like, she goes, yeah, that should do it. And I said, okay. So she gives it. And I'm like, I'm still feeling some stuff. She's like, it'll be fine in just a minute. So the doctor comes in, right? This is the ER. All he does, Renee probably already knows where this is going. He gets a sheet. He takes the sheet, puts it around this part of my arm, around my hand, right? Mm-hmm. And then he doubles that a couple times, I think, right?
I think he steps on it, though.
And then he puts it down by his foot because it's a sheet. And he stomps on it with his foot. That's how they set your bone.
Like in the Old West.
I know. And I screamed so
I come up out of the chair. I was going after the doctor. What'd you do to my wife?
I screamed so loud. It probably shook the whole hospital. And then the nurse goes, oh, I guess we should have went to a 10.
You should have decked her.
I'm like in so much pain. I'm like, there was a higher amount. She's like, yeah, I guess I could have gave you a 10. I'm like, I told you to give me the most. She's like, I'm sorry. I just thought, no, most people, this is enough. I'm like, I'm not most people.
That's why I hate about sometimes when they won't listen to you.
I know. So that was crazy. Okay, where was I at? Then Shauna said, the diabetic meal plan is worse than sad.
Yes, it really is.
It is. Them pushing all and then canola, like you couldn't get butter. You had to have margarine.
Yeah.
And then no salt, and then, it was just really crappy.
That's why I love Dr. Berry's book, Lies My Doctor Told Me.
And I made Heath bring me Whataburger to the hospital. I was like, I'm tired of this hospital food. Oh, Jamie said, I had 7+ minor accidents before I turned 20. Oh, no. It took the 100-mile head-on collision that nearly killed me to straighten me out. Nothing other than deer since then. Oh, goodness. That is scary.
Yeah.
That's really scary. I'm glad you lived through that, Jamie. Jeez. Shauna said, I'll never forget the day I had to learn how to give myself insulin shots. I had panic attack in the waiting room. So glad I don't have to do that again. Right? Like, I was like, no way. I'm not going to shoot myself with these needles. I was like, no. Shauna said, at age 12, I was in the back of a pickup truck that spun out and flipped, throwing me out.
Oh, that does not sound fun.
Gosh, Shauna, that's so scary. Oh, goodness. No wonder your neck hurts. Melissa said, we do pay the premium for my mother-in-law's insurance, and we're the beneficiary, but that is because she has limited income, and if she dies, we'll need to transport her from here in LV, Las Vegas, back to Syracuse. Well, and honestly, Melissa, that's very common. Most people who it is, it's either grandparents that have taken out on their grandchildren, obviously their grandparents, or it is a spouse, or it is like they're doing it for their parent or grandparent. They're paying for their policy because that's who it's going to benefit. If the person, like if they pass away, they don't know what's going to happen to them and how much it's going to cost. So it makes sense. But sometimes the people, what it is they feel like because they paid for the policy, then they should be able to get any information. And it's like, no, you're paying for it, but that doesn't give you the right to the information on the policy. So, just some people are so unruly. Joe Ray said, my old company didn't have limits on meals, which was awesome. New company does now. Kind of sucks. Oh, no. Like they limit how many meals you can get. Oh, on the expense card? Yeah. That sucks. Older Pennsylvania said, thanks for a fun time. It's late here and I need to do late night walkies. And it's 18 degrees. Oh. Going down to 1. Eek. Oh, no. Well, be safe and stay warm.
I'd walk over to the heater.
Oh, okay. Renee said, because redheads don't sedate easily. See, that's how I know I'm a natural redhead. And she said, oh, so much fun. Linda said, oh my gosh. And Renee said, and done. Less recovery time. Just saying. Bang and done? Less recovery. You say when he snapped it in, it was less recovery? I don't know. I was in pain for so long. Like, I literally...
She was still cussing out that guy.
Oh, I know.
I think she's still doing it right now.
Probably. That was just, oh my gosh. But I could not sleep well for, 5 months or so? Because no matter where I moved my arm, it just hurt.
Oh, it was awful trying to take a shower, too, remember?
Oh, yeah. That was a lot of fun, too.
Trying to put a bag over your arm and everything?
Ugh. Melissa said, I have the same issue with pain medicine. I have blue eyes, was born a strawberry blonde, but they never believe me. See? That's the thing. It's the strawberry. It's the red, because I'm strawberry blonde. So it's the red. It makes the red pigment in the blue eyes. It does. It puts us at a higher tolerance for pain medicine and anesthesia. And it's always been the case. And I even have to tell the dentist that, look, if you're going to numb me, you need to actually numb me. Because right now, I still feel you. And I can still feel that. And they're like, oh, really?
All right.
Melissa said, I got a shot in my arm after being bit by a dog, and they were like, you won't feel this until tomorrow. But when they were cutting out tissue, I cried, and they were so surprised I could feel it. See, isn't that something? I'm like, who are they testing these things on? Because, I wish sometimes that'd be nice that if you took a little bit and it made you just pass out and not feel anything.
Yeah, but remember how your grandmother was with the pain? They even show her the chart, like 1 through 10. What are you? Well, I don't know. What is everybody else? We don't care about everybody else. We want to know how you feel.
Yeah, my grandmother, she was something else. I think it was just her. She never wanted to give like a wrong answer because she didn't want anybody to think she wasn't smart.
But then she made herself not sound smart by doing that.
Well, because they would say on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your pain at? And she'd be like, I don't know, what do people say? And they're like, they say what their pain level is. And she's like, yeah, I hurt. And they're like, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, like, here's the different faces. Which face are you? And she's like, what do you think I should do? This one? And it's like, oh my gosh, like, which one is you? And
it was an hour conversation.
Yes, every single time. It was so funny. And sometimes the nurses would be like, okay, I'll be back in a minute. And then they would get the doctors, and the doctors would be, okay, I need a scale of 1 to 10. Where's your pain at? And she'd be like, I don't know what number you want me to give you. I would say, just tell them 9. Just tell them 9 or 10, okay? Okay, Renee said, yeah, better to yank and place it than cut. Whoa. I mean, Shauna
Clean
said...
this up so that Rosie can do their job.
Well, I bet. Shauna said, oh my God, when I had my crowns done a few weeks ago, I could feel one side still. They had to re-numb me. Oh, and isn't that the worst, like on dental work, when you still feel it? You're like, please, just numb me. This is really weird feeling. Jerry said they limit how much we can spend per meal.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
Well, that's sad because now you can't
happened?
get that double margarita with an extra shot.
You know what happened though, right? Somebody was abusing it.
It was probably your old manager.
Yeah.
Buy whatever you want. It's on the company bill.
I know.
And that's why Joe Ray's getting punished now.
Sorry, Joe Ray, but those drinks were really good.
I mean, that's probably what it is. They're making an example out of it, you know what I mean?
They're like, oh, no more. Renee said, sad thing is they used to test and do surgery on anesthetized babies.
Oh.
Because babies don't feel what the actual...
What? Seriously?
That's really sad.
Seriously?
That.
That's amazing. What?
Why would they think that? Just because they couldn't speak or what? I mean, babies cry at like everything. You could blow on the baby with too cold of air and it's going to start crying.
What?
Oh, Marie says, strawberry blonde at birth too. Brown eyes so dark they were practically black when I was growing up. Oh, wow. I have a brother's whose eye color is gold. Oh, how neat. Gold eyes?
Wild.
That's cool. And yours so dark they were almost black? That's neat. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was always like strawberry blonde but I just felt like that's just too light for my skin tone. So that's why I was like, I gotta fire it up. Hey, Shauna said, that's the side of my jaw that still hurts.
Aww.
I bet. Oh my gosh. Shauna, you have been through some shit. Like, you should be, like, every day you should recognize how amazing you are and how much you've gone through and you are still here and you're such an amazing person. Like, honestly, you should wake up and say, like, I'm like the most bad-ass woman in this world because I have survived so much that I'm just that amazing.
And
like,
you're still
truly.
surviving.
I know. Like, that is awesome. Like, I'm sitting over here crying about, my little broken arm, but, I was in a truck. And
Jeez, you got thrown out of the truck.
I know. Like, I was inside the truck, and that was, like, when I was, 30-something. And the fact that you went through that and so much more, I mean, jeez. Like, I shouldn't even be saying anything. Mine is nothing. Linda said, love y'all. Good night.
Good night.
Run. See you next week. Yeah. Linda, see you next week.
We gotta figure out what we're gonna make next week.
Well, we'll figure it out. Renee said, in my long ago days in the OR, we actually helped babies down for bone marrow aspirations and spinal taps.
Oh, sorry.
Mild numbing cream on the skin. When I commented, anesthesiologist told me how they trained. Right? By somebody in a long coat that had been doing it for 40 years who didn't care. Right? Aw, that's so sad.
That is.
Well, at least they've changed. Wasn't there something else I thought I read about that they were like, oh, they don't feel pain or something? But, heck, a lot of women, I mean, even now it's still that way. But, back at one point, women were just told all kinds of stuff. Like, the medical community never listened to women.
They still don't.
Well, yeah, they still don't. But, I mean, it used to be, like, none at all.
I mean, you just said it. The woman didn't even listen to you about your pain tolerance.
I'm saying. Renee said that reminds me of Stuart Smalley. And doggone it, people like me.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Shauna said, yeah, but you broke your wrist in a car accident. I broke my shoulder falling, getting into the shower. Oh, my gosh.
Things happen.
That's no... Pain is pain. We're all amazing. Well, I think the Hungry Horde is the most amazing.
Mm-hmm.
All of y'all are amazing. But that's true. Like, falling, it's definitely a serious thing. I know people joke about it, like, oh, well, mine was a car accident or whatever. But really, falling is quite hazardous. And a lot of people, I mean,
So was sitting in chairs.
Right? Especially when they're booby trapped by your husband. Oh, I just switched the chairs tonight. I didn't know.
That honestly, it felt more stable because
I
that
don't
didn't
know how.
because it didn't wiggle like this one you're sitting in now does.
It wiggled much more. Like, as soon as
sorry.
I sat down, I was like, wow, this one's really gotten worse over the last week.
I'm sorry. Good thing we're going to Costco tomorrow.
Right? Renee said, hence the hysterectomy to remove the hysteria from women. Yeah, exactly. Oh, don't get me started. Sometimes. Ugh. But anyhow, we should call it a night, right?
Maitreya has coffee talk. We have vittles and victims, obviously. No, I'm just saying, this just took a dark turn tonight.
It did. I'm sorry, y'all. Does he pay for my life insurance? No, I pay for it through my employer. I guess I need to go update my beneficiary. Shauna Cipher, right? Then I know it'll be well taken care of.
Whatever.
But it's been so much fun, y'all. I miss y'all all week.
Yes.
It's been nice. You ready to call it a night?
Oh, yes. We gotta do these dishes.
I don't know what this is.
I
Oh,
cooked
vacation
everything tonight.
now. What?
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 I'm the one who had to run back and forth to this air fryer.
Oh,
I know, woe is me.
look what I'm playing, y'all.
Uh-huh.
Good
Good night, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Thank
Have
y'all
a great,
again.
safe, warm weekend.
See y'all next week.
Here's some